start stream, and then I'm gonna quickly post my links. Are we live? I think we're live.
Yes, we are live.
Okay, cool. No one's here yet, but whatever. I don't give a shit. We don't even have a pre-stream for like graphic to like head off this whole thing. Whatever. Holy shit! It's been 4.5 months since we did a live stream of any kind.
Yep, I'm back, baby.
Yep. Arclight Borealis and Kaboom Dragoon, the discount Chip and Ironicus.
Hey, bargain basement.
Imagine
Please.
if Chip was more irate about everything and Ironicus was Scottish. That's us.
So what do you bring to the team? I'm Scottish. Okay.
You're hired. Oh, man.
That was a Power Rangers RPM reference for anyone taking note.
It's still on the bucket list of things to watch.
Oh, trust me, you will love it unconditionally.
Yeah. But, yeah, this stream that we're doing today, this has been like an idea that has been long overdue. Because we have first talked about this since, like, at least a year and a half ago at this point.
Yeah, it would be about a year and a half, nearly 2 years ago since you came up with the idea. Unfortunately, the timing wasn't great for me, so it had to wind up getting put on the back burner.
Yeah, you had things that, like, prevented you from being on for that. And there is the fact that, like, kind of in the wake of that, I was trying to think of, like, other, stream ideas and whatnot, which led to my magnum opus that was Year of the Mecha. And decided, I'm not doing streams as, like, a regular thing anymore. Could obviously do this again as, like, a special occasion. And what better special occasion than to do this stream idea that we talked about a year and a half ago, in which I play Alpha Protocol, one of my favorite games ever. Jank as it is, it's still one of a kind. But to make the playthrough more interesting, I am going to defer pretty much every major dialogue or, like, key gameplay decision to you.
It's going to be like playing with schizophrenia. I am the voice inside your head.
Yeah. Honestly, there are worse voices I could be having.
Could be The Rock. You don't know.
Possibly, yeah. So that's the gist of it. There is at least one exception as far as, like, a particular choice I'm going to be making, but that I get first dibs on, but that's naturally going to be, like, the very first thing you get to do in the dialogue.
Yeah.
Also, just to make sure that we do not get stuck, the only exception as far as, like, decisions that Kaboom gets to make is that I am going to have full control over how I decide to spec out my character stats, because this game is a mess if you are not, putting your stats in all the right areas to make sure that boss fights are not a pain in the ass.
Yeah, if you fuck up or do too well, then the game either becomes unplayable or unplayably easy.
Yeah, and we're gonna try and go with the latter.
I think is it assault rifles or submachine guns that you max out and it becomes completely broken?
I don't know. I always went with pistols primarily because chain shot when you get to the higher tiers to me was the real OP ability. So I just basically submachine guns, shotguns, assault rifles, fuck all that bullshit. Oh wait, no, don't commit changes. We need to buy ranks. Stealth as well.
I'm fairly certain it is chain shot because you can just completely headshot an entire room without much trouble.
Yeah, or like when it comes to bosses, you could just mark them in the head like 8 times and they're done.
Yep.
And then, yeah, like pistols and stealth I always like max out immediately, but then it comes down to like these last 4 where I never have like a consistent idea of like how I want to like spec these out always. I suppose Like, well, yeah, I think it's just because whenever I look at a glance, sabotage and technical aptitude, I always get a bit confused as to, like, okay, which of these is more important to, like, hacking? I guess sabotage, technically. It has improved data theft.
Yeah. If I remember, one of them is gadgets and one of them is just straight up hacking and explosives.
Right, yeah. Stuff, because technical aptitude's got stuff like weapon rechambering, field stripping.
Yeah.
Like, improved first aid.
They're both arguably vital at some point or another, depending on how you're playing or what path you're going through, because this game has a baffling amount of replayability.
Oh, it does. Absolutely.
Like, I have seen people talking about this in discussions and someone bringing up something that happened and someone else going, I've played this game like 82 times and I've never seen that happen. What the absolute fuck?
Yeah. Like, I've done, like, 5 to 6 playthroughs over the course of all the times I've owned the game. And this next playthrough will be, funny enough, on the GOG version. Because what perfect timing. I mean, it's a couple months late, but, like, what good timing nonetheless that we're deciding to stream this game after it has been re-released on another storefront because of this game's one licensed track that I guess was enough to make it that Sega did not give a shit about wanting to, like, renew the license and keep this thing up for sale. The best part is,
it's not like the song that they used in the game wasn't even the song that they wanted originally.
Yeah, it's fucking wild.
They have turned up the radio in it, and they wanted to get the final countdown, and they were like, "Fine, we'll use the Supermarket Own brand version of it then."
Fair.
And it wound up making it. I think it was pulled off of Steam for about 8 years or something.
It was quite a few years at that point. Yeah, it wasn't. It was funny because I remember how, like, Alan Wake, I think, initially got delisted as well because that has even more license tracks going on in that. But obviously, you know, Remedy's got a bit more clout and, like, got a support from, like, I feel like more people when it comes to Alan Wake and, like, just people wanting to see them succeed as opposed to Alpha Protocol just not, like, the people that really like this game are crazy people like us.
Yeah. Hello.
Mm-hmm.
This
yes,
is like
hello, voice in my head.
Like, the people, this is one of those games, the people who like it absolutely love it, and the people who don't clearly haven't heard of it. Or they just know it by reputation as being a complete jank fest.
Yeah. Oh, man. Yeah, this whole game is, like, something special. I still, even knowing full well that, like, this came out the same year as New Vegas, and, like, that game obviously has, like, the more positive, long-lasting reputation. But, like, this is still, like, my favorite of between the two Obsidian releases of that year.
Yeah.
And I really enjoyed New Vegas a lot.
Yeah. I mean, New Vegas is the prestige one. It's the one that everyone remembers.
Yeah. I mean, it's the old Fallout team making a new Fallout game on the same tech that Bethesda had already established 2 years prior.
Yeah, and end of the day, it's the one that people wanted. And
yeah.
This one is, I mean, as I recall, it was basically dropped out with very little fanfare, very little advertising, and people just did not know what to make of it in any way.
The game was even, like, technically all done and ready to go in, like, late 2009, but it was just Sega's decision to not only delay it until, like, summer 2010, but they didn't even give Obsidian, like, any extra budget to do, like, bug fixes and polish to make up for, like, those needless, like, extra month delay. Like,
yeah.
Which seems insane to me. But also, I guess, not that surprising when I remember how, like, Max Anarchy, like the multiplayer beat 'em up by Platinum, how, like, that came out in 2012 in the summer in Japan, and then they just Sega was like, nah, you're only gonna release this in the rest of the world at the start of 2013.
Yep, Sega just did not know what they were doing throughout like the latter half of the 2000s and the early 2010s.
Good. You're awake.
Right. Anyway, here we are telling us, obviously, about how this dialogue system works, something that I've learned to appreciate a lot more over time in terms of how it works, especially compared to other dialogue systems from other games that try to go with the truncated response type of setup,
Yeah.
which is often misleading.
This was like one of the first, or one of the earlier kind of conversation wheel follow-up games.
Yeah.
No one was really trying to follow that up until this came out, and they were like, fuck it, we'll give it a shot.
Yeah. Because, like, the way this works is that you're not choosing specific, like, responses in terms of, like, their dialogue and how you want to, like, turn the discussion. It's more like you're just picking a stance to better get you to, like, the results that you need to anyway, because the conversations all have to kind of end at, like, the same endpoint regardless. And you're going to do that by picking my first stance to kind of establish our version of Michael Thornton.
Are hallucinations a side effect, or...
What?
Ugh, never mind. Just clearing my head.
The dose is pretty strong.
And we're going with Suave. We're going with the Bond
I
approach.
don't think we've met.
Yep.
Mina.
Yeah, the game was advertised as being based around the 3Bs, allowing you to play as Jack Bauer, Bourne from the Bourne Ultimatum series, or
Yep.
James
If flattery
Bond.
is your only weapon,
Yeah.
you'll need a gun.
Amusingly, not just the 3Bs, they're all JBs. Jason Bourne.
And how
Yep,
do you propose to
Jason
do
Bourne.
that?
I forgot his first name.
There's
Yeah.
a guard outside.
So what should we
Eventually,
do?
he's going to come check on you. And when he
Improvise.
does-
I'll think of something. Let me check the room.
Likewise.
There's gotta be another way out.
All right, then. Don't take too long.
Yeah.
The door's locked
Doing the
down.
improvised route, now that I remember, has like this fun little mini cinematic here.
In case of emergency.
I have not played this probably since about 2010, 2011. So there's only a couple of bits that I actually remember. And most of that's to do with Stephen Heck.
Oh yeah, we all love Stephen Heck.
We are going to be best bros with Stephen Heck by the end of this.
You're goddamn right we are.
Just whatever makes Stephen happy, we're doing it.
Yeah, like I generally have no clear idea potentially of like what all the sort of like choices you're going to have me make, but I felt for sure that like anytime Stephen Heck gets involved, yeah, I know exactly what you're going to have me do.
Oh yeah, egg him on like there's no tomorrow.
Yeah. All right, but now we gotta go through good old hacking mini games because this was the 7th generation of game consoles.
Yep.
And this is also the major reason why I'm playing this with a controller, even though I could just do mouse and keyboard. But whatever. It's not like trying to like, especially with the skills we're going to be getting for like our pistols, you know, with chain shot or whatever. Like aiming regardless of input isn't going to be that much of a problem. Yeah, just showing us how this first minigame works, the first of 3. Admittedly, this one is probably like the one that is works perfectly fine, even in the context of if you're playing with mouse and keyboard. It's all the others that just get so much more finicky.
Yeah.
Because there's like the lock picking, and then there's the one where it's like you have to like move two strings of like text characters into the correct positions, and the idea with that one is that you were supposed to use like both analog sticks.
Yeah, I played this on the 360 back in the day. And I remember there was one of the mini games that was very finicky.
Oh yeah. I would not be surprised if it was the lock picking one, because that like required you to like use the triggers, which at that point, yeah, like Xbox and PS3, the like left or right triggers were analog at that point.
Yep. Thank God I didn't play it on the PS3, because it would have been impossible, because the triggers on that were fucking terrible.
Yeah, I feel like PS3 triggers are like, there we go. Yeah, like they're Like, the only time that I've ever been fine with, like, how those triggers failed, I think, weirdly enough, were, like, when playing racing games. Like, I feel like the shape of, like, how those triggers were set up were, like, more conducive to, like, car pedals, as opposed to where the 360's triggers, you know, like, they're angled in the right way, that, like, they're a perfect analog to, like, the trigger on a gun.
Yeah, I remember I had a couple of little clip-on doodads for the PS3 controller, which turned it into, like, proper triggers for L2 and R2, which made a lot of FPSs a lot easier to play.
Yeah. Until, of course, you know, PS3 games got to the point where it's like, hold on, maybe we should just map shoot to R1 instead.
Yeah. Or at least offer it as an option.
Yeah. Don't mind the sound of the glass breaking. Oh shit, he did.
Isn't it really difficult to keep stealth throughout an entire section? Because I remember just at some point I would have to go loud.
I mean, you can definitely get through some sections, provided you're stubborn enough with, like, the checkpoint reloading. I'm totally not speaking from experience, if you couldn't tell.
There's quite a few skills in the stealth tree that will literally allow you to walk up and basically teabag the enemies in their face. Again, making the stealth just a complete joke, but you really have to A, know about it, and B, be speccing into it from the start.
Yeah. And even then, with how I tend to, like, whenever I play this game, like, make sure that stealth is just one of those categories that I am, like, making sure that, like, I'm investing a lot of my points into. Yeah, even then, the stealth is not good enough that, like, it feels, like, good to be able to, like, get through it without setting off any alarms or alerting enemies. Like, things are always going to go wrong.
Yeah, I always hoped for the best, but expected it to be a firefight before long.
Mm-hmm. Also having to quickly remember that, oh yeah, it's X to reload in this, not B.
It's got to be one of those games.
Yeah, oh well. I mean, I'm sure, like, if I actually sat down to do, like, a practice run of this beforehand, I would probably not be making these sort of mistakes. But,
yeah, why would you?
Yeah, especially because, you know, I've been playing other shit lately, especially replaying one game in particular that's going to be the next Let's Play candidates.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So here's the second mini game, one that I remember being like. Actually, now that I think about it, like, because when I first played this game, I didn't have like an actual Xbox controller, like anything with X input. So like at the time, I had to use like what was at the time like my PS3 controller with like some like custom drivers off the internet to make it spoof that it was an Xbox
X-Pad and all that.
So I think I'm remembering now actually specifically that that when it came to like these lockpicking mini games is like I think this was the one where another one where I was actually more comfortable with using, I think it was the mouse on this one. Because yeah, the struggle of the PS3 triggers struck pretty bad, even though it was trying to emulate being an Xbox controller.
Yeah, I can imagine that wasn't. And of course, there's a timer just to really put pressure on.
Yeah, and even then, just kind of seeing how jittery it is with the current controller I have now, which is like very new. That you could probably tell from looking. That was super fucking sensitive.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, we're always gonna be complaining about like the things this game is like pretty bad at on just like a technical level. But again, like it's for the other stuff it does so well that like we're willing to put up with it.
Yeah, this is genuinely the epitome of more than the sum of its parts, because the game does so much that is good that it's criminal that no one has tried to do a Me Too kind of game, you know?
Yeah. I mean, hell, I still wish Obsidian could, like, make another game like this. They don't even need to, like, use the Alpha Protocol name if they want to because of specific in-game lore reasons that, like, you could totally get away with having it be something that's not called Alpha Protocol 2 because, as you'll find, there's a specific idea behind, like, this game being called, or, like, what the significance of the name Alpha Protocol is.
I mean, I remember round about all the fuckery with Sega, between Sega and Obsidian at the time, because there was like the game has a very devoted fan base, like make no mistake about it.
Yeah.
And people were like, so when do we get Alpha Protocol 2 or any kind of follow-up or sequel? And they said, well, we really want to do it because it's one of our favorite games. It's, you know, everyone that worked on it had a great time. We love the world. We love the characters. But unfortunately, Sega owns the publishing rights to the entire idea of the game. I was going to say franchise, but it's like one game. Not going to happen. So as much as they want to, they are unable to do a proper sequel. So it would need to be like, they need to be careful because they could very much, you know, nudge, nudge, wink, wink. But well.
Maybe, but whatever. Like, just the whole idea of Alpha Protocol is like in universe is that like it's just one of many names that like the whole organization goes through because it has been compromised so many times that it needs to basically sweep everything under the rug and then start itself back up again. Like, there's at least like a meta excuse that would make for like a fun reason for having like a spiritual successor without necessarily having it be Alpha Protocol.
What really got me though is a few years later, Archer wound up having to do something similar.
Oh wow!
Because the spy organization in Archer was known as ISIS, and that got kind of unusable round about the mid 2010s.
Yeah, I bet.
So they essentially had to just completely scrub all that, which led to a couple of seasons which people weren't too keen on. And I think the most recent seasons have brought back the spy agency under a completely different name.
Yeah.
So how's that for irony?
All right. Not too bad, other than like, you know, like the one shootout we got into, because our tranquilizer broke the glass.
That's enough.
I wonder if anyone's ever tried to scan the QR code that's on like Mike's.
I was thinking that myself.
Yeah. What should we do?
Defiant. Actually, no, veteran.
You mean like now?
Damn it.
Oh well. Yeah, whatever. It's worth doing this on our fake Morgan Freeman here.
Let me guess. You're not done hazing me yet.
Yep. I'm gonna ask you some questions.
I do love the crushed blacks. Yeah, on just like those multi-screen TVs. Like it just like it just sells the idea that not every screen is gonna be pristine in this. This is still shitty 2000s LCD technology.
It's just a slight bit of chromatic aberration on everything.
Yeah, you know, like an actually appropriate use for chromatic aberration.
Yeah, because your eyes are not fucking cameras.
Yeah, like a camera defect is not supposed to be an artistic choice.
Sarcastic.
Oh yeah.
I'm unique. So's the rest of the staff. They all have
so far doing pretty good on like catching when you make your decisions and getting to them in like the last second.
Yep.
Oh yeah, this is gonna be a fun ride.
Because there's that split second where I have to decide, and then there's that split second where you understand what I'm saying, and then you have to make the choices. Like 3-second delay, and you've got maybe 4 seconds to pick something.
Wizard of Oz bullshit.
Yeah.
All right, let's get.
And the thing is, in quite a few of the conversations, saying nothing is an entirely valid choice. People won't like it, but you can still be like, "Yeah, I ain't saying shit."
Yeah. I'm gonna hold on to my AP just because we do not have the, like the second, like tier levels 6 through 10 for all of these unlocked yet.
Yeah. How is it that unlocks again? I forget.
It's specific story progress.
I thought so.
Yeah. Like, I'm pretty sure it's the sort of thing where, unless I'm misremembering since it has been a while, I want to say that by the time we get to our first major mission area is when we get to, like, choose our specific categories that we can upgrade to tier 2. And then I think it's like by the time we get into, like, when the game really opens up, we can, like, push that into tier 3.
Yeah, because there's a couple of intro missions, if I remember, and then the world opens up.
Yeah, especially with the intro training stuff that happens at this place, which, it's not a dialogue choice, but it is your choice. You can tell me if we want to engage with all these training regimens and whatnot, or if we want to just go straight into the real mission.
I think take a quick look to see what's available, because I've completely forgotten.
Yeah.
And then see how it goes from there.
Terribly
look,
disappointed
we're
every
back
time when it comes to character customization options.
It's like, why can we not have a gigantic fucking afro? Like, no one would expect that on the world's greatest secret agent.
Fuck that, give me a mohawk.
Funny you should say that, because I'm back to having a mohawk.
Nice.
Bleached this time,
Yeah.
because it's 2024 and I am so back on my bullshit. We are reaching new levels of bullshit previously unknown.
Very luxurious beard, though.
It's just amazing how ill-fitting it is with that haircut.
Which is why we're keeping it. No one will expect this type of person to be a spy. Although, not really. I generally don't prefer to go with, like, the hats in this instance.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we'll just go with that. It's funny, though, because I'm reminded of, did you ever watch, like, Bob and Threadbare's old, like, Alpha Protocol Let's Play that he did for this?
That was years ago. I think I always meant to when it was running, but never actually got around to it.
Yeah, because the thing I always remember is how, to really show how divergent playthroughs of this game can totally get, that he did basically 2 playthroughs. One where it was with like a super professional, non-lethal, stealthy spy, and then the other was one where it was kind of like what I have here, just dude with a full beard, had the swamp hat, I think, big shade, basically the biggest fucking, like, aggro neck beard possible as a spy who is just being a complete dick to everyone.
Yeah, now you say that, I remember it now. I think I did watch some of it, because I remember one scene in particular, just for doing it professionally, and then how badly everything can go just by fucking up one small thing.
Yeah.
And it was right at the end as well. It just turns into a whole cavalcading mess.
Our Michael Thornton, ladies and gentlemen.
He's single, ladies. You're about to find out why.
You might want to take it a little easier when you escape next time.
Whatever, Nolan North.
Yeah, this is the best game that Nolan North wasn't the protagonist for, and I'm shocked.
Yeah. Seriously, like, one of the best psychotic side characters in any game.
Our war does not end here.
I mean, the fact that, yes, he does play Stephen Heck does make up for it, but any other, if he wasn't Stephen Heck, he would be the protagonist.
Boring.
Because I think I played this around about the same time as Spec Ops The Line came out.
Oh, yeah.
Oh boy, that was a mood whiplash.
Yeah. So we got 3 orientations. There's gadget over there, there's weapons, and then there is espionage. Take your pick on what we do first.
Show off the gadgets, I think, because gunplay is fairly self-explanatory.
Alright.
But I remember some of the gadgets being a bit kind of... I never really used them, but they were interesting.
Mikey, be with you
And we also got
tomorrow.
this dickhead.
Things up here. I'm Sean Darcy.
Threaten.
I'm gonna be running you through tech orientation. Name's Michael, actually, or Agent Thornton.
I don't like either one of those.
And you really could stand right next to him if you want to get ahead of
Yeah,
him, like,
yeah, fuck Darcy.
I'm not interested in getting
yeah, I
ahead.
forgot
You're
this
finishing
guy.
this assignment. For now, this is your assignment.
And there we go. There's the reputation system in action.
Agent Thornton.
Yep.
So why don't you calm down and just
The
listen,
game
okay?
actively
I'm glad you
suggests
finally showed
that
up, but
you
might have gotten
act
lost
the
on
way
way
people
here.
want you to
Or
act.
we're too busy
Yeah,
meeting some
stick with
more
impatient.
Yeah, we're just
Someone
gonna.
who's checking the clock
Yeah,
sure wastes a lot
I
of
can see
time
what you're
talking.
wanting to do. Just stick with like the more
Yeah,
aggressive
sure.
options,
Oh, by the way,
which is
not a
they're
good
fortunately
idea
like
hitting the guards,
generally
I mean.
consistent as far as
Once
like
you have a
which
lot of
face
time on their
button
hands,
orientation they're
Yeah.
gonna be assigned to.
Time to hold
Like the
grudges.
swab
Keep that
option's
in
always
mind.
gonna be
I
like
wasn't
on like
expecting to be
X,
joining
like the
attack.
left face
A good
button.
agent's ready for
Professionals
anything,
on the
Mikey.
right B,
But enough
and then
chit-chat.
aggressive
We got a lot of
is
work ahead of us.
Y at the
Well,
top.
you
A is
did.
basically then the
I'm
wild
also
card where
very
you just
sure.
get the more unique
I'll be
situational
doing your
options.
evaluation.
Yeah, usually
What's that
that's
out there?
if you have something
Target
specifically
range for
related
you.
to a previous
For me,
conversation,
more
the
like a shooting
background,
Mm-hmm.
or
there.
like if
We'll
you've
get
got
started.
some.
All
I
right.
think it's a couple of cases where if you uncover some specific files on a mission, then
Yeah.
you can pull them out and be like, bitches.
Oh yeah. Even the veteran option is rather interesting just because of how like that class is introduced. Because I mean like I'm obviously playing on veteran because if you played this game and beat it once before, well I mean like the way you should be doing is first you gotta like play through on rookie so you can unlock veteran, and then once you
I think
get veteran
only-
you just play it on that and then stick with it.
Yeah, I think it only unlocks if you play it on if you beat the game on rookie,
Yep.
which, to be honest, is the most interesting way of doing a first playthrough.
Yeah, even though it's like you look at it on the outset and it seems like the most disadvantageous thing possible because it's like you start with no skill points.
Yeah, you're slow to level up, but I think by the time the world map opens, you're maybe missing only like 2 or 3 skill points behind veteran.
Yeah.
So it's much slower, but in the end, it doesn't really add up to much of a difference.
Yeah.
I think it's fairly certain it's impossible to unlock all the skills or max them out anyway.
Yeah, even on veteran, which you know I've done multiple playthroughs of on that, it's like you don't really get the opportunity to like max out every single tier. You have to still specialize no matter what.
Use your EMP grenade to shut it down. Can save you time in the
But it is still the sort of thing where it's like, yeah, even if you're trying to do the rookie route, it's like you'll very quickly run into like certain, you know, like choices or dialogue events that you're just not able to really like engage with because you just do not have like the necessary skills or rep to really pull it off.
Yeah, that was the thing as well. There weren't really that many games at the time that were basically saying, if you don't have this particular ability or if you haven't picked this particular response, you simply cannot do this line of questioning or whatever.
I think I fucked something up.
Ruh-roh.
Yeah, I think I was like kind of misremembering what
Yeah,
exactly.
I remember the EMP grenades were a little bit fucky when you were trying to use them to bypass security directly.
Right. Because I thought I had placed it on there, but
Yeah.
oh well, more grenade tossing again.
They're concussion rounds, so don't be
It's
skittish.
I forget. I think it was like there was a bug or something where if you placed it if you placed it incorrectly, then it just didn't work.
Yeah.
Or if you threw it, it fucked up. There was some weird quirk with it.
Now how about something more challenging? Try a ricochet to hit the target behind the wall. Lob it behind the target and use the wall for a hook shot.
This isn't Zelda.
Yeah. It's at least neat that, like, for all this game's jank, it was able to at least, like, get, like, a pretty rudimentary, you know, like, ricochet system as far as, like, throwing grenades at a surface and having it bounce back in, like, a logical manner.
Oh yeah, bank shots in this game are fantastic.
Never get tired of that one. Now, see that electronic lock there? Use your EMP grenade to shut it down. Can save you
Yeah,
time
that's
in
what
the
I
field.
was, like, trying to do. That should have been what happened. So, yeah, let me just double check. Yeah. I think it just went through the wall.
Yeah, I think you threw it through the wall. Oh.
Oh, that wasn't even the right one.
Nope.
Nope. Shit.
Abort.
Video games. Okay, let's not do the sticking it to the wall strat.
It's shut down.
Yeah, that's what you were supposed to do. I was trying to treat this like it was
Yeah.
Deus Ex, where you just like put the lamb on the wall or
See that
panel.
locker there?
It's the fact you were able to do it twice in a row that's wow.
Yeah.
This game's even worse than I remembered. Yeah, that's it. You can use grenades like shaped charges as well.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. And
There we
just
go.
in time.
Hey, Darcy, open up.
Guess some of the other guards will be pulling double shifts for a while.
Yeah, that's it though. Now I'm also remembering this
Those guards you beat up when you
the
got
whole
out of
thing with like the
medical?
shock traps is
Yeah, well,
like
they're gonna be
you had to do
joining
this
shifts.
annoying sequence where you
Instead
got
of
enemies
stars
coming in
tomorrow,
now.
you set an ambush.
Yeah.
Start running. Me, I'd use the mines. That's what they're for.
Just give me first shot at him. Spread out.
Yeah, this is a real fucking boys club. If just the whole idea is them being like, oh yeah, let's just do the mother of all hazing rituals.
The doc's gonna
Yep.
be pissed.
I remember there was a reason why I didn't like this guy, and now I'm starting to remember.
Yeah. So yeah, just the fucking frat club in this super secret spy agency.
Yep. Just the sort of thing you want, protecting the nation's interests.
Yeah. Oh, there we go. 125
Not
total points. No damage even, which is really lucky because there have been times where like I have definitely taken straight damage because I just did not give a shit about like good shock trap placements.
You know, that performance
Yeah,
wasn't
getting
half
too
bad.
close to an
Almost
explosion.
as good as my record.
Okay.
How about we up the stakes?
Nowhere, yes.
Take this to the big leagues.
Maybe some other
Yeah.
time, Darcy. just
I
wanna get
agree.
this
Less time
done.
spent with this
You're
dickhead,
lost
the
then.
better.
I
Yeah.
thought you might be scared.
I mean, obviously, if this were,
It's a big world out
if
there.
like if this,
Full of risks.
Be bored.
yeah.
I'm not
But
scared,
obviously, if this
Darcy,
was like my
I'm bored.
playthrough and I was doing it the way I would prefer to, I would naturally be doing absolutely everything to like milk this game for all its like content and rewards.
Doubtful.
Yeah.
Since it looks like I'm the only agent in this facility they're willing to give a real mission to. Too bad for you, Darcy.
Ooh, saucer of milk for Miss
Change your mind, the
Thornton.
range is good to go. Whenever you feel up to it, that is.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. So now there's weapons and espionage. Weapons has Mina, the only decent human being in this place, and through espionage we have Michael Bell.
Remember me, Bell is the sort of older guy.
Yeah,
Balding.
I was specifically referring to the voice actor because I recognize that's who he is.
Okay.
The
Yeah, go with
fear.
this. Oh yeah.
So yeah, we could do that if we want.
I could do espionage.
All right.
Is this guy? I remember. He's more of a professional, like
Yeah.
arguably the only one.
So we do
Uh,
professional.
but-
To the right.
I'm here for
A professional, yeah.
training.
Westridge's new recruit. Good. There's no time to waste.
Yeah, it is.
So,
Yeah, this old man is more important than you could possibly realize.
obstacle course. I'm sorry.
Oh yeah, that's why I'm like, I remember we need to get on this guy's good side,
The first test is navigating
Oh, yeah.
the environment without
or
being
at least not piss him off
You'll be
quite
facing
so much.
live challenges against agents here.
Anything else I should
Yeah,
know
though of
about
course
this
because
course?
of the
Yes.
the first
suggest you
choice
do
that I made at the start
talking
being
gives you
suave,
position.
that ties into
What's the deal
like
with the security?
another character that
Secures
we
the
meet
entrance.
very later on.
As Westridge
That
Oh yeah.
Then you should have
I
no
told you about.
gaining access to
There's
the
no
course.
negotiating any other outcome for that particular character.
Oh no, that dickhead's going down.
Yes. So
Fuck
now
you,
it's
Marburg.
time for our stealth course.
In front of you to gain access to the course.
We gotta first like do this hacking minigame bullshit to pull it off. Okay.
Always check your
I'm always
surroundings
thankful
for
that I
cameras.
don't go
Can have you
cross-eyed
appearing on the
looking at
nightly
like
news.
those
Mind the
character
gap.
strings.
The key to
Yeah.
stealth is timing. Pay attention to camera
I'm,
movements.
I think it took me quite a while to get used to just what I was looking for to begin with, because the game just basically goes, okay, here's a basic understanding, and now we're going to put you at level 100.
Oh, I should have... Okay, no, there it is. Oh my god, this fucking minigame. It literally, the lockpicking in this gets worse and worse as time goes on and controllers improve.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, what the hell?
He literally just came running around the corner to ruin your day.
Ah, fuck, whatever. It's probably not even going to get us the bonus objective for this, but whatever. We're on the time clock anyway as far as, you know, this stream.
Yeah. That, I remember as well, the
Bullshit.
circuit minigame. I remember the TV I played this on at the time was like a 20-inch flat screen, very small. And trying to work out what circuit linked up with what was nigh on impossible.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I had to really get in close to the screen.
Alarm detections, 4. Yeah, whatever, I still got over 100 points.
Good enough.
Outstanding. Well above average. Especially for a
Oh, maybe I am going to get the bonus objective.
You want to run it again?
No thanks.
No, I don't think so.
Very well, I'll log the results. Westridge can complete your evaluation once you finish the
veteran.
other tests.
That it? If that's the worst you can throw at me, then it shouldn't be hard to prove myself.
Of course, not enough of a challenge for you?
No.
Okay, yeah, we're definitely going to get the bonus
This one.
here for Parker.
Yeah.
You mean like a covert training op? Aren't you guys carrying orientation too far?
Nothing about Alpha Protocol is orientation, Agent Thornton, despite the semantics. The penalty for getting caught, however, won't be a poor score. It'll be detention. So,
Yeah.
Yeah,
are
we're
you up
doing
for it or
this.
not?
Well, I'm up for it. Let me see what you need.
We probably will get detected either way. In fact, I hope so, just because there at least is like a little
Why?
like acknowledgement in the dialogue if we do get caught.
What's the file name?
Yeah. This is one of those rare games where they say that your choices matter, and they really do. Like, stuff that happens in the first hour will crop up towards the end of the game, and right the way through it.
And anything that could be perceived as like a failure on your part should still be kept anyway, because the game will still acknowledge it.
Not only will this be a much
Yep.
more
As
practical
I said, there's
mission,
one particular area.
but I think you'll be
Yeah,
curious
stick
to
with
see where in the
professional.
world you're gonna be sent.
There's one particular thing that if you fuck up, people will use as a bludgeon against you the
We
entire
really need to carry
game.
this conversation right now.
Yeah.
The clock is running.
Got it.
It's the ice cream parlor, if you remember that.
Oh, yes.
You fuck that up, and people will remind you of it from now till doomsday.
Yeah, just cone to go. Oh yeah, I forgot to actually.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god!
I forgot to actually check the email after I hacked this laptop. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
No, we can't really reply to any of these right now because like the actual email stuff will really get to do more of once we're out in the field proper. But yeah, here's another good reason for why. Oh fucking. Oh shit. You still there? What? What the fuck even happened, Discord?
I have no.
It's like
not getting the screen.
okay. I'll put it back up. Is it? You see it?
Yeah, seeing it now.
Okay, good. Yeah, it was weird because it just looked like Discord basically looked like it had briefly like lost connection and went to that sort of thing where like it's showing like the spinning logo, and it did that twice in a row.
Wow, weird.
Yeah, but yeah, as I was saying, here's another good reason for why Sean Darcy is a piece of shit.
Yep.
Sexual harassment in the workplace. It's prevalent
Hey,
no matter
I like
the occupation.
I like how that shirt looks. It would look better on my floor. Please don't talk to human resources about this.
I am human resources.
Oh well, then I'm proper fucked, ain't I? But not in the way that I was hoping for.
Oh well. Okay. So now we gotta sneak back through old areas. Oh shit! No, Oh, fuck.
Checkpoint,
You guys
checkpoint,
look just
checkpoint.
kinda forth-
No, I can't.
It's not
Oh,
too
shit.
easy to do.
You know what?
You
Screw
all
it.
done?
We'll live with our
You
mistakes.
tell me.
That's how this
This-
game works.
I have
The
to
whole
admit
point
I
of
was
this
worried
game
about
is
being
you
able to
commit to your
after you
mistakes.
woke up and met
What?
You gave our staff
Casual.
money.
There we go.
Can't let you train me if I don't put you through the paces too.
Fair enough. It'll be a good excuse to up the morning drills around here. Looks
Oh,
like
man.
you did well on the tech.
I also
test.
love I also
Very
like this
well.
conversation because it gets to a point where it talks about how you could just like
This
back
is
out of the
numbers.
conversation if you think it's a
Here's a
waste of time,
surprise.
and it gives you the option to do just that.
Parker.
It's like
No,
time to
sorry.
eat your fucking words, Westridge.
Actually took the time
Yeah, it
to
reminds
write
me
a
of
sentence.
He
Mass
did.
Effect, where you can just shut down the council in two.
What was the
Or
Yeah.
the first one, sorry.
You may have been
It's like
right
every
about
time you
this
get the
one,
chance,
Westridge.
just like,
For Parker,
sorry,
that's
call's
high
breaking
praise.
up. Quantum
Assuming
entanglement.
let us down
How this
right.
works.
Looks like that's it for the physical evaluation. Now for the hard part. Tell me why you're here. Not everyone gets chosen for this line of work, but you
What are we in for?
volunteered. Usually we have to
Action.
ask.
You ever had an
Just in
intern
time.
position at a government agency?
I have.
Need I say more? All my exercise was moving papers from desk to desk. I'm here to do work, not sit back and manage it. I want to be out where the action is. I want to make
I want to shoot
What
someone.
makes you think you're ready? Because I tell you, we get a lot of recruits in here.
suave.
And you're not convincing me.
You guys should already have a gauge of how I can help. All this training's been fun, I'm not gonna lie.
Actually, if you're not gonna lie, then you're not much use to us. Beyond the
Oh,
guns,
snap.
and sneaking
Here we
around
go.
in dark,
The thing that we've
there's
literally been
much more
talking
to
about. The
respond
whole
to
reason that this
I guess
that I
I'm
call this
listening.
game Sociopath
Good,
Simulator.
Because listening is a large part of it. The way you talk to people, your attitude.
Do we want to be
That's
done?
what we're gonna discuss now.
Yes.
I'd rather skip the pep talk
Nope.
and get started.
Just like I was talking about.
Meet me in the command center.
And of course the game's gonna remember.
Briefing.
Good. Because I'm sick of this room.
Oh
Trust me,
yeah.
Mike. If it was up
Yep,
to
it's-
me, you'd never
It
see this
predates
interrogation
Dragon
cell
Age 2
again.
as well, in the your like if you consistently pick one particular dialogue choice, some of the dialogue between choices will be affected as well.
That chic Ali
Like Mike will be
Sheikh,
more flippant if you
voice
keep
of
going for
Al-Samad.
the flippant answers.
They say he
Yeah.
was responsible for shooting down that
It's-
airliner in the Middle East.
Man, and thinking again about like that
Got his hands
option
up
where
on
you
the
can just
top.
end that conversation there.
A missile with a
Oh god, I just
multi-stage
realized like
system
looking
all
back at like
chemicals
the
fire.
that back
That
angle
airline was
of
his first
Thornton's
target.
head where like the
Specs
beard is, it just
shady
really
as
makes
told
it
inside. How did she
feel
get his
look
hands
so
on
much
this?
like the damn thing is just
Missiles.
clipped on his
He's got
face.
more. He's stolen an
It
outlet
makes
and
him
he's
look
come
like
back
his
before he
chin
gets
is
any more
swollen.
trigger happy.
Yeah.
Then we
Curious.
want you to kill him.
All right, there we go.
You know where he is.
But yeah, I was also
No, but
thinking
that'll
how
be
like
your
because of
mission in
that
the Middle East.
option to
Find
just
the
end the
missiles,
conversation
then
there
find him
and just
and take him
skip
out.
things that would
You know
otherwise
how
be
to get him
important
alive.
for like
If he
information is like
cooperates, sure, bring him
it
in.
really is a shame that this game does
off
not
chance
play
he
any
tries
better
to
than it
kill
does.
you,
Like if it was actually good at being like a
Let you use
shooter
a
or
charcoal
something,
fuse.
it probably
Yep.
would have been a lot of fun to just do that kind of playthrough where you just go,
Coming with me?
fuck
I'll be there in
plot,
spirit.
I'm just here to kill
Radio when
things.
you need it.
Look,
And then-
I'm your
Just
hatchet man.
got here.
Yeah, just have the game goes like,
Place.
Jesus, I mean, you get the
I
job
doubt
done,
it.
but you're kind
I'll
of
contact you when you reach Saudi
like-
Arabia.
Jesus, you're a goddamn psycho.
Some of the characters are like, we respect the fact that you get shit done, but frankly, you terrify us in literally every other way.
Yeah, we respect your work ethic, but we don't respect you.
You're effective and you get results, but frankly, you're terrifying.
Yeah. And here we go. We got like our results that actually gives us summaries of like all the major things that we engaged in. You know, we only did obviously like the like the you know like the gadget and espionage training. We didn't go to see Mina, and do her gun training, which is unfortunate because we did miss out on one fun bonus objective where we get to shoot Darcy in the dick.
Oh, yeah. Damn
Oh
it.
well. That's something
live
that
and learn.
you folks at home can do on your own time. Again, this
Oh,
game's
yeah.
available again on GOG.
And even with this playthrough, you were only seeing the tip of the iceberg.
Yes.
Care to explain how Halbeck lost its missiles?
Old news. An accounting error.
The missiles. You didn't lose them, did you?
Yeah, we
Angry,
totally
Mr.
did.
Gordon?
Back of the sofa.
Because of what happened in Saudi Arabia.
Yeah, I went there to watch like the new anime for Grendizer, and then I got wrapped up in like some like conspiracy bullshit. Do we switch off or not?
Professional.
I think I can
Oh,
figure
damn it.
things out
Nope.
from here.
Damn it.
What? Wait.
Wait.
Okay, I'm fine with that actually. Wait, what?
Yeah, the dialogue definitely sold it. So now here's our actual computer, where we can access things that, you know, Westridge would obviously have explained to us anyway, but I could do a better job than he can. We got our own personal email. A little slush fund that we can just download. We give our job basically giving us money to use how we see fit.
Yep, Alpha Protocol deals in Bitcoin.
Mm-hmm. Cover email. Yeah, the little fake email that makes it look like that we're like an employee of this other company. That is also very relevant to the events that are going to happen. Some of these emails, though, we can reply to. And, of course, this is obviously going to be one of those where you tell me how I respond to this.
Yep. Well, it's our first day, so let's go with professional.
Fair. Yeah, and that's and the cool thing is that you can, as you switch these, you can see the like the change in like basically the different drafts that Michael Thornton has in his head that he is going to actually send before just deleting wholesale and then you press A to send. But we'll send a professional response, short and sweet.
Good to be here. Farewell.
Yeah. And there's Darcy again, talking about some bullshit that we're not gonna spend time looking at.
Fucking Dune is everywhere. What the fuck?
The spice must flow.
Lisan al-Gaib.
Now the clearinghouse is basically our store where we can buy like all the necessary equipment for what we want to use. But I think before we do that, I want to like double check and make sure like what our actual equipment we have on hand is, which is held in this weapons locker, housed inside this very inconspicuous dresser.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Greta Gropen.
yeah,
Terrifying.
yeah, all this nonsense. So magazines, nothing on there. So this is a gameplay choice, not like that where, you know, like I know that I would play it a particular way, and like we're gonna be getting into fights no matter what.
Yeah.
Do you or do you not care about racking up hospital bills?
As long as it's funny, because there's one or two details which I absolutely love about this game, and one of them is the hospital bills.
All right, I guess I'll
one-
buy like some trank rounds just in case, because this game has a very amusing way of recording your lethal and non-lethal takedowns of enemies.
Your efficacy in the field.
Yeah, basically, if you do the non-lethal route, it's like cool, they'll survive, but depending on how you take care of them non-lethally and in which part of the world, they will accrue hospital fees. Unsurprisingly, if you do it to Americans, the hospital fees are going to be untenable.
As I recall as well, there's also a stat that tracks how many orphans you've left in your wake.
Yep, that's for the lethal. That's for taking the lethal approach, and and how this game sees it. We're in Saudi Arabia. Killing a bunch of Saudi Arabians here is going to rack up a high orphan count.
Yep, big families. You're going to be leaving a lot of very upset children in your wake if you decide to headshot everyone.
Yes. So we're just
Which
going
is, again, it's one of those very small details that once you actually think about it, you're like, that's just brilliant.
It's brilliant. Yeah, it's clearly fucked up.
Yeah, it's just so clever.
Yeah. We also got plenty of like optional parts that we can like glue onto our weapons of choice.
Yep.
Which I'll definitely go with stability by buying the barrel. pistol
Reminds
sights.
me a lot of Payday's weapon upgrade system.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah, I think I'll go with that for now. I don't want to do anything, especially because if we're gonna like still bother with like doing lethal damage to enemies anyway, I don't want to do anything that like negatively impacts damage.
Yeah, honestly, when it comes to like upgrades and how you handle the actual missions, like by all means do whatever you see fit.
Yeah.
I'm just here to make the ill-advised choices.
Oh yeah. Fortunately, we
Like,
already
all
have some. We already have like these like armor pieces of our own, including casual attire. There will be a situation where that actually is useful, and the game like acknowledges it as a positive.
Yep.
But
If I remember as well, the heavier your armor, the more it affects your stealth. Is that right?
yeah, like louder footsteps. Obviously, we have a skill on hand that makes it that like when we activate it, we'll have silent footsteps for like for X amount of time, which can be pretty helpful. On top of the automatic evasion that triggers, like if an enemy spots you and you got like a few seconds to get out of the way. So like that's good. Let's see. Let's at least get like some mods for like the armor, and then I think we will be good. Oh yeah, fitted underlay is good. Like the more we can use our abilities, the better.
Yeah.
Then
Again, this is like the first. This was like the first attempt at doing a Mass Effect like after Mass Effect 1 came out.
yeah,
And the modding, the weapon armor modding system is very clearly influenced by Mass Effect.
like yeah, the whole upgrade mods, the truncated dialogue system, the cinematic quality to it. Oh yeah. There's also this. Oh wait, no, that's actually more expensive than we can currently carry with us at the moment. Yeah. Yeah, whatever. Ammo pouch. Actually, I don't even think that we can equip both mods at once now because our available suit that we're using has only one slot, but that's fine. The underlay, the fitted underlay is good to go.
Yeah.
And like I barely use gadgets anyway, and all the times I've played this anyway, like it's such a situational thing, so it's like yeah, I don't need to like adjust any of those.
In Washington today, Senator Patrick Darcy unveiled new legislation aimed at cleaning up the
Oh good, not only is Sean Darcy like a shithead, he's also a fail son. Fantastic.
Ain't nepotism wonderful?
Yeah. At least you can still explore around like the rest of like the safe house. Can't really interact with much though. Mirror works though. Don't need ray tracing to do that, fuckers.
And then they forgot how to do it for the better part of a decade.
They forgot to do it for the better part of a decade, like they forgot how to do good wall running in third person.
Or how to create male protagonists that aren't that don't have close-cropped hair or are bald.
Or black characters with diverse hairstyles. Except I guess that was always a problem.
Well, that's what happens when you inevitably wind up hiring the same dozen or so people to do work duties on every project.
True. Yeah. We can also check our intel as we go along. We're obviously not reading every single thing that comes up, but like if you are playing this on your own, like in a serious manner, like it is absolutely a good thing to check all the intel that and dossiers that you got, because it will reveal key details that allow you to like make the right dialogue choices or the purposely wrong ones, because this game will absolutely reward you if you get like a negative enough reputation with certain characters.
Yep. I think there's 5 individual like distinct endings, and there's literally like 20 or 30 variations depending on your choices on each one.
Yeah.
It's it's insane the amount of depth in this game.
So, what should be our first mission? Do we bug an airfield, investigate a weapon stockpile, or intercept Nasri, who is like a person that we actually have intel on, intercept an arms dealer.
Well, as I recall, none of them are time limited. So
Yeah, we
I
all
would
have to do these
say-
eventually, but
Yeah.
the order that you do missions can be more significant than you think it would be.
Yep. I would say information is important, so bug the airfield.
Sounds good. And we got Mina on for this. And like some of these extra intel that we purchased from the clearinghouse is also gonna come in handy as for this. Let me double check. Yeah, and we got our night operations armor, because if I recall, this mission does take place under the cover of night.
Yep.
Yeah. Let's hope for.
Mike.
Oh yeah.
Enjoying Saudi Arabia? I've been keeping an eye
curious.
on your mission.
Oh yeah.
What do you think?
Yeah. Let's
I think you're
still
lucky.
keep on the good side with
All I'm
this
seeing are
character.
satellite images. Guess that'll have to do.
Speaking of which, anything new on Shahid or the other leads?
Not much more at the moment. I know Parker and Darcy are trying to dig up as much as they can through contacts and surveillance, though. Anything come up you need my help with?
So
Yeah.
you've been with Alpha Protocol a while then.
Oh yeah.
As long
I
as
guess
Westridge-
this is less
Everyone
about
knows
stances
Parker.
and more just like
This
a
assignment
way to
with
get like
Shahid is
extra
probably the
info
biggest
in
one
a
I've been
more
involved in.
traditional
What other
RPG
assignments
dialogue
have you
sense.
I went undercover
Where it's
with
just
Michael
like,
Milan as a
tell me
contractor
about
for Hellcat.
X topic in
It's how
slot
we
number
found out the
2.
missiles were gone in the first place.
A couple of them also give you additional
That was too late to
influence.
stop Shahid.
Yeah.
The incident with the airliner.
Analysis takes time, and now we have more information to work with. He won't get away. Those missiles leave a trail even Al-Samad can't cover up.
I hope so. I just wish we'd gotten the intel quicker.
Still, with Alpha Protocol, what I don't understand is why the United States would want to keep this operation secret. Don't they want Shahid captured?
I think it's the missiles that are the problem.
Gee, you
Hellcat is a
think?
substantial government contractor. The fact the missiles were involved
Curious.
complicates things.
Complicates things. As in, they're a potential embarrassment to Halbeck?
I think that's a big part of it.
Yeah, a lot of shit that like America and its major corporations get involved with. They would be embarrassed if like things became public, like regarding the shit they were doing.
Like this.
Of course, we're cleaning their mess up.
Or all the names this program has had. It carries out missions without the knowledge of other U.S. agencies.
Sounds like you have some doubts, Mina.
No, it's not like that. Not really.
No, I'm not going to say that on an open line. What are you, crazy?
But that's not my call. The CIA, the NSA, most congressmen.
Oh yeah,
don't have
more
this program
more
exists.
dossiers just get
It's
filled
designed
in
to prevent red
automatically.
tape. And if it's found out, it just gets buried and renamed.
And this is what I was talking about with the whole Alpha Protocol name and how like you could make like a follow up to this that doesn't necessarily need to be about the same characters or organization, because Alpha Protocol, if it gets compromised, it just like
Interesting. I
resurfaces
guess
as
that's
something
good to
else
know.
and denies
Wonder if I
that
get
it was
a
ever a
name,
previous
Alpha
thing.
Protocol shut down.
I don't know. We might get new names, new identities,
So
or fired.
Yeah, why me?
This seems like a big assignment for a new hire. There must have been other candidates.
There were other
Also, I'm
candidates,
absolutely
including
fascinated by
Darcy.
that sort
But
of
the recommendation was based on
VHS
Parker, Westridge, and
DVD
me.
combo in the
Although when
bottom
I made
there.
my recommendation,
Oh,
it wasn't
yeah.
about Shahid. It was about
Or is that-
the
Like-
oh wait, no, hold on. I actually just noticed this is the first fucking thing. Look in the bottom right.
to choose the people of
There's
the
a fucking
country
Sega
and the
Saturn.
state.
Holy shit!
What the fuck?
The same circumstances.
How did I
Wow,
never notice
that's-
this in like the 10 plus years I've played
To
this?
be fair to Darcy, though,
That's
he
a
has
bit of an
family issues that
obscure
prevent
one.
him from going.
And I think those are also like, yeah, not only is that like
Your family
like,
isn't an issue.
Is that all?
oh wait, I was about to say that was the white Sega Saturn, but I think it's, or maybe they made like some extra additions to it to make it be legally distinct, but I don't know. I noticed just like the jewel cases next to it made me think, oh, this is probably someone's import from Japan.
Yeah.
No way those are like Sega Saturn long boxes. There's no way.
No.
Safe when he travels.
But yeah,
I
actually,
mean, the
actually,
long
now that I
boxes are
think
like-
about it, looking at what you were pointing out, I don't think that's a. If I have to say, I'm gonna say that's probably not a DVD VHS combo. The size of that,
Let's just say he
like
makes sure they have
disk
cutting
drive,
edge
by the
tech.
looks of it, I'm gonna say that's a
Tell me
laser
anything
disc.
about my mission here in
Yeah, now you mention it.
Probably nothing
Yeah,
Westridge
so a
hasn't
laser
explained
disc,
already.
sound setup system in the center, and a Sega
They
Saturn.
have more
Man,
practical advice.
why do I even need to go
Someone-
out on missions? I could just live here.
Someone was living pretty cushy.
Yeah.
Trust him.
Infiltrating an airfield.
As As long as you're
Anyway,
backing
you
me
were
up
saying
with
all those
everything
words,
in
Mina.
hand.
I
That's
assume they
very
were
optimistic
important.
of you, Agent Thornton. But I appreciate the trust.
That's all I need. Thanks, Mina.
You got it. Call me if you need anything else.
Let's get this done so I can get back to playing Panzer Dragoon.
Panzer Dragoon Saga, bitches.
Hell yeah.
Try not to alert the camp. If you do,
Yeah, you know, like some Saudi prince was loaded enough that they could just buy a physical copy.
Sure is a lot of security.
Oh, yeah.
Tell me about it. There's
The
cameras all over the place.
retro gaming shop that I sometimes go to. Someone traded in a copy of Saga. It was just at the start of the year there. Put it on sale for 800, and someone bought it like last month.
Oh dear.
And I'm like, I can understand how that would be like the crown jewel of your collection, but dude, no.
Yeah, that's too much. I am perfectly fine with my Fenrir ODE installed in there and just playing all the Saturn games I want off an SD card.
Oh yeah, like there's a couple of games in the Mega 10 series that I'm just
Anyway, around.
basically resigned to. I will never own these because they just go for ridiculous prices.
Walking right up
Like
to the gate will leave
for
you
me, if it
exposed.
costs
Got it.
more than about 100, I'm like,
Yeah,
I
one way
really
to
need
go.
to think about this.
If you can fly,
And that's
then
you know
you're
when
willing
I've
to
got
try.
like when it's
I
my
think-
birthday and I've got cash to spend or whatever.
Hmm.
Otherwise, I'm just like, yeah, that's just not happening.
I'm curious how I want to go about dealing with these dudes. I have bullets, but I have trank rounds.
Trank is silenced, and I don't think you've got a silencer on your pistol, do you?
I don't think so. There wasn't really like a specific like mod that I found from the clearinghouse. Oh, it was still silent anyway. Or not. It definitely wasn't.
Wow. Oh dear.
Fuck it! Actually, hold on. Let
The
me.
guns aren't hit scan. That's a nice touch.
Yeah. Hold on, I
Oh,
just
wow.
remembered. I actually
That
have.
also went-
That's right, I still have chain shots.
Also, when the game paused there for a second, there was a bullet just going straight through the back of your neck.
It's fine.
Walk it off.
God damn this fucking palm tree.
Thankfully, this guy can't aim for shit either.
We're good. Oh yeah. Oh god, we got this sniper rifle with just the most like awful fucking like mirroring
yeah.
surrounding it.
This, if I remember correctly, I just used pistols and shotguns my first time through because holy shit, there's a couple of scopes just like that if I remember, and they make the game horrible to play.
Yeah, we're definitely not doing anything with those.
I tried using SMGs the first time as well, but you can only use them at like spraying and praying across the entire room. I was
Yeah.
like, no.
Oh well. Obviously, the silent approach is out of the question, so we're just gonna like kill everyone and loot this place for what it's worth.
No, as the old saying goes, as long as there's no survivors, that means there's no witnesses, right?
Yeah. It's perfect stealth if no one is alive to report you.
Garrett approves.
Yeah.
Mike, I've got
Actually,
some ideas
actually,
for the men.
Garrett would disapprove.
Looks like some of
Because
you-
expert demands that you do not kill any.
Then I won't have to
Well,
worry about
that you don't kill any humans. The beastmen, like, that's perfectly fine. You could just you could just kill those assholes.
Yeah. Oh, throat punch.
Yeah. Oh well. At least the other benefit that comes from like investing this early in like your stealth skills is that you get the passive ability that just shows like arrows over each of the enemies' heads and like their direction pointing as to like where they are looking. Because hey, if this game's stealth is gonna be fundamentally bad, at least give me like an in-game cheat that lets me get around that.
Yeah, the sight cones are really fucking wonky as well.
Yeah.
Like, I think, if I remember correctly, some of the enemies are bugged in such a way that their sight cone lags like 2 or 3 seconds behind them.
It's a bizarre thing.
Yeah. It's...
Whatever.
So yeah, you really want to check every corner because there's tons of money and dossiers and upgrades lying around all over the place.
Oh, yeah. Excuse me, I'm hacking.
Rude.
Nice job. One less thing to worry about later.
Level up. Okay, now let's do this. Okay, that's the first one.
Left corner.
Yep, bottom left. Saw it as well.
That's that.
Good job. You've shut down the hangar cameras. The ones at the tower are on a different circuit, though.
Holy shit!
So you made a few friends.
Yeah! Shit!
Oh dear.
Oh my god, it won't even let me back inside, son of a bitch!
Oh, yes, that's one of the things I hated about this game is when you go to a new area, the door behind you just locks.
Oh yeah,
you have no way of
awful.
backtracking in this game. Oh god, I forgot how much I hated that.
Oh, indestructible wooden boxes, you're my only hope!
Indestructible wooden boxes, you're more sturdy than a fucking Jeep.
Maybe we should give the Jeep the, maybe we should give the boxes the Jeep's job.
Put some wheels on it, no one will notice the difference.
Hold on, because of chain shot, if I remember correctly as well, when you tag enemies, it does tag them with perfect accuracy. So let's do that.
I think so, yeah.
Done. Eat shit, chain gunner.
Yeah, it is, if I remember correctly, like the reason it's so broken is you can, I think you can tag up to like 8 people towards the end.
Yes.
And there's very few rooms where you'll have more than like 4 enemies in a room.
Yeah, it's a fucking mess. Ha!
Oh!
I did not realize he was that close to the door, and I'm so glad he was.
Still in a dream, jawbreaker.
That was just a hip fire shot, and it ended him.
Fucking stone cold.
Another personnel, kid. All
Kicks
right.
door open in front of you.
It's just that fucking Yakuza gif of Kiryu kicking down the door, and it just sends the dude on the other side flying out of frame. Blow up the barrels!
Wow, those barrels are not for exploding, are they?
Hey, look at that! A repeat! That's a pretty guaranteed combo, I'm gonna say. There we go, because I have to wait for the crosshair to shrink like it's fucking Deus Ex.
Yeah, I forgot we were running on Deus Ex rules here.
Yeah. Time to prove why Chain Shot is still the best ability of this game. As soon as the smoke clears, so I can get a better view.
Yeah, I think the smoke does affect the enemies as well. Not just the smoke grenades.
Done. I love doing that. If this game is going to be broken, then at least let me be broken as well. And it's still too far away. This dude actually has armor as well, now that I got a glimpse of like his health bar. Over here, dickhead. No, not that! Oh, shit. Me in my mouth.
And that's why we don't play catch with the Grenadiers.
No. And done. Oh yeah, and the alarm's still technically on. Might as well.
Yeah. I think it gets you some points with Mina, at least.
Yeah. Or it's just, you know, nice to get that sound out of the way. Check up
Thankfully,
here.
I've got the sound set at such a level that I can hear most of the dialogue, but I can't hear the sound effects.
Yeah.
Perfect.
I mean, that's at least probably like the ideal setup, considering I can't have this game be too loud that I'm unable to hear you.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I think I turned away just briefly after shooting him, but like he almost did like a full flip from the impact.
Do a flip!
All right. Yeah, this is far from like the most thorough playthrough I would ever do. If I had actually like, man, this dude's just trying to like just juke all over the place as he gets towards me.
Serpentine! Then punch him through the...
Yeah, whatever. And... God damn it. Okay, screw this. Oh, damn it. Oh. For some reason, the aiming on that was more sensitive. That like I just couldn't get the second... I'm going to assume that's because I wasn't holding down the left trigger to go into aim mode prior, so it was working off of, like, the prior, like, sensitivity.
Yeah.
But that's a shame. I wanted to line up those two shots.
So once you get, like, max level chain shot, because you're... the accuracy of the reticle, it goes in much quicker once you upgrade it as well. So you can just basically go... Pop, 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 pop. Everyone dies.
Mm-hmm. Oh, shit. Check out my Kung Fu.
Yeah, Kung Fu is one of those skills you really need to invest in no matter what, because people will always come running up to you.
Yeah. Playing this game again now on stream, I am definitely remembering that aspect, and I'm glad I put money into martial arts.
Yeah.
Okay. Trying to remember where the...
4 down on the right.
Oh, it's probably... Oh, it moved again. Shit.
Yeah.
Oh, but don't worry, I see it. There we go.
Done. Transmitting the logs now.
At least we're still getting the bonus objectives.
It seems you found the Al-Samad flight records. Can't wait to analyze these.
Alright, yeah, you do that. I gotta go back to shooting people. Gotta see how many orphans we create.
The Mike Thornton Memorial Orphanage. But he's not. Why is it memorial? He's not dead. No, but all those parents are.
It's like it's like those Japanese orphanages that are just like the dumping ground for all the orphans that the Yakuza make whenever they kill someone.
Literally like the orphanariums from Futurama.
Yeah.
There was I think it was on Vice. There was an article where they got a couple of actual Yakuza to sit down and play Yakuza 3.
Oh, yes, I remember that.
And there's a brilliant bit where they're like, okay, so yeah, no way in hell an actual Yakuza would set up an orphanage. Like, that doesn't happen. One of them goes, yeah, but Yoshio-san did that like 3 years ago. Wait, he did? Yeah, I mean, it was an attempt at tax dodge, but, you know, he still did it.
Yeah, yeah, it's the sort of thing where they were
laundering.
like, here is the type of Yakuza that, like, all Yakuza should aspire to be, you know?
Yeah.
Like, that was the thing they came away with, but, like, the thing that I always remember, two of them, actually, that stuck with me humorously, was them going, Kiryu is such a stand-up guy, the kind of ideal member of the Yakuza, but fuck, his suit is terrible. He looks like a bad host. Like, no person would wear this in broad daylight.
I think one of them as well goes he's the kind of guy that doesn't exist because everyone like him gets taken advantage of and shot in the head.
Yeah, and then they also made a remark about the fact that it's like, what fucking idiot would just get in the Yakuza would just get into random street brawls with punks? We would end up going to jail every second.
That's the thing that you don't want to do when you're in the Yakuza.
You don't want to draw your any attention by beating the crap out of hoodlums.
No matter how good it feels.
Or how much it is deserved on their end.
Receiving. Like strong, we're good.
Although when it does happen to Yakuza, it always feels great when you do that, because it is just like, they are just the biggest dicks that are asking to, like, get their shit pushed in.
That's why I always refer to the Yakuza games as freelance dentistry simulator. Just Kazuma Kiryu is a man who hates teeth and has decided that he wants to liberate everyone from the tyranny of teeth.
He wants to help all the hardworking dentists in Japan get some extra business.
Or get home quicker to see their children.
Yeah. Anyway, that's it for the mission. All objectives complete. We triggered a bunch of alarms, but who gives a shit? Anyway, we got more specific stats as well. Of like obviously we've only been using pistols, so that's how many shots we fired and our accuracy. Alarms triggered. Orphans created a measly 74. and 22,777 medical bills, most of which was obviously back in Alpha Protocol.
Yeah, the guys in hospital will be the lucky ones. At least until the medical bills come through.
Just thinking.
And then they'll envy the dead.
Yeah. I'm just thinking of like from the producers. By the end of Funny Boy, Max Bialystok's like schlocky, horrible rendition of Hamlet, everybody was dead. They were the lucky ones. And this is the best review we got.
Back from the airfield.
We're sticking with professional.
I was worried that once you were spotted.
Yeah.
Security was heavier than I was expecting. Still, I should have been more careful.
I noticed
No, you shouldn't. This game stealth sucks ass.
The airfield is important to Al-Samad.
I tried playing this game once where I just reloaded the checkpoint every time I didn't do it perfect stealth. I got through. It was terrible.
Yeah, it's a miserable experience.
Yeah, just
and then you max out the stealth tree and you never get seen ever again. You just walk right through.
Yeah, like it's worth it initially. You would think it's worth it for like the curiosity of like seeing the game acknowledge it, which of course it does. But you don't need to do that every time.
Nope.
Yeah. We're still gonna leave this as is, because I think as far as toughness goes, it's like we weren't getting dangerously low on health. I mean, like we even had like pretty decent armor, all things considered. I mean, like it works on the fucking Halo recharging shield system anyway.
Yeah, I was gonna say, if I remember correctly, your armor is way more important than the amount of health you've got anyway.
Yeah.
Especially once you start getting a few upgrades and mods to get it to recharge faster.
Right.
I think, if I remember correctly, the two most important ones are faster recharge in your skills and faster recharge in your armor.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, obviously, like, we're not at a point, especially here in the Saudi Arabia section, where, like, the idea of needing iron will is a necessity yet.
Yeah, and also you're supposed to have you're supposed to use two different types of weapon, and if you're just going to sink everything into pistols, then you're going to have tons of points left over.
Yeah, so you might as well just use that for the stuff that isn't nearly as important, but at least it's going somewhere.
Yep.
All right, back to the clearinghouse. No new intel because we bought everything literally at the start. We can't buy any more trank rounds, not like that matters. Obviously, I mean, it's pretty obvious that this is the sort of thing that they did from like from a design and balance standpoint, because they didn't want you to just go through this like it's Metal Gear Solid 2 and just have like the easiest time doing non-lethal takedowns.
Well, they said in some of the interviews before the game came out, if I remember right, that they didn't they wanted to do something that felt like like Splinter Cell and Metal Gear and Mass Effect, but was distinct enough from each of them that you didn't feel like you'd played this game before. And honestly, I think they did a brilliant job of it.
Yeah. I mean, you could definitely just see all the ways that they're like, with the knowledge of what because with like this game's development, they definitely had like a point, like kind of during the first half, where they clearly did not know what they were like really working towards yet.
Yeah, well,
but a successor at this point is like, well, they at least have this to look back on and be like, okay, here's how we can obviously build on and improve.
Yeah, like that's the problem when you are doing something new, is you don't know if you're doing it right. You know?
Yeah.
Like by default, you're like, I have no clue what I'm doing anymore.
Yeah. Like Hi-Fi Rush. Although I think although I'm pretty sure that it took them like a pretty short amount of time to figure out what it was that they wanted to do. It just took a lot of fucking work. Because there's a GDC video that actually just like went up like not too long ago that was from like this year. The games director John Johannes basically like did a talk about like their whole dev process on how they like made that idea work in the first place, which was pretty cool. Rip that game. Rip Tango.
Yeah, I knew we were never going to get Evil Within 3, but I still hoped we would, because the first two are like, I love that series so much. The art direction is amazing, the character designs are fantastic, and I just feel like they could have gone in so many great directions with it.
Yeah.
And now it's toast.
Oh well. And that's why Hi-Fi Rush is the next Let's Play we're doing.
I'm not surprised.
I say this as I have recorded like almost all of the footage necessary for it this past week.
I've never actually gotten around to playing it.
Sweet.
So
that means it'll be right at home with the type of LPs that we do.
What you mean, like everyone except for this and Shadows of the Damned?
Well, yes.
Oh no, wait, we also did Killer 7 as well, and I've played through that game like a dozen times or more.
Yeah, Killer 7. We also did the No More Heroes 1, you know, the first stream that we actually did together.
Yeah, it's basically everything non-Suda related. I've
Pretty
gone in,
much, yeah.
And this, I've gone in basically blind.
Yeah. Again, like our discount Chip and Ironicus setup. You are the Ironicus in this situation. You have no idea what you're getting into. You're just happy to come along for the ride.
And instead of quoting textbooks, I just won't shut up about movies.
It's a decent equivocal like analog.
It's a skill.
Yeah, true. Like I'm focused on the game, you're focused on everything tangentially related to it. That is how all good Let's Plays are made.
Oh yeah, and with this, like knowing a lot about all kinds of shitty movies is only a boon.
Oh yeah. So we gonna go after the weapon stockpile or the arms dealer?
I think we should go after the arms dealer, because he might have, like, looking at it logically and not in terms of a game, the arms dealer might have information about the stockpile.
That sounds reasonable.
Bigger clue to a better clue to the bigger picture.
All right. Yeah, Westridge is gonna be our handler for this one. All right. Let's see if we're gonna. Oh, I don't think we're. Yeah, we're not even getting the. We're not getting the briefing on the TV for this one. We're just going straight in.
Surprise! Oh wait, is this the first dialogue only mission?
No, there's still regular gameplay.
Okay.
What do we do?
Direct.
Very well. I was almost hoping you would say draw a gun, but I get it.
Check with Nazri if you don't believe me. He's waiting for me, and my down payment.
I call ahead. Go on through.
Can't believe you bluffed those guards.
I can't believe they are not the least bit suspicious about my getup.
Mate, you have no idea how good a liar I am.
It's literally on my resume. My entire resume, in fact, is a lie.
What? Yeah, there's a couple of missions that are called that are just go in, talk to someone, make a few choices, and then leave.
Oh yeah,
So
and
this
like
was
after
the
my
first one.
after my first few playthroughs of the game, like how I did my more optimal way of playing was I basically got it in my head that okay, when I go to a new mission area, oh,
Looks like they figured out I was bluffing.
yeah, that was mandatory.
Oh, okay.
Dallas up the hill. That's your target.
But yeah, as I was saying, it was more like whenever I played this on my own time, I got it in my head that it's like anytime I go to a new area, I just need to find all the important people and talk to them to get all the info I need. And then I do my business. Yeah, so unfortunately it's like they're obviously well on alert anyways. I imagine there's like possibly other dialogue choices or whatever that allow that to like your bluff to last for a lot longer. But hey, we got us a laser sight.
Nice.
Ah.
Oh well.
Didn't quite get to work the way I wanted, but but what can you do?
Fuck you, Marquis of Queensbury. We're doing this old school.
Hell yeah. I don't want to leave these dudes hanging around.
Fucking
Okay.
gun kata.
Okay. There's still the... Yeah, because I could still see, like, the arrows faintly, although, like, because of just, the color scheme for, like, this area, it's obviously something that, like, blends in pretty bad. Can be kind of hard to see.
Yeah, not until you actually get into a dark area can you properly make out where they are.
Yeah. Oh.
Oh, it did trigger your evasion.
Yeah, I think because someone up there might have heard or saw.
Hmm.
Yeah, whatever.
I thought it only activated on sight.
There's an actual lethal stealth kill.
Oh my. As someone with chronic neck and shoulder pain, that looked uncomfortable.
Oof. I mean, at least my back pain is more on the lower end of things, but that's still not enviable.
Oh no, trust me. Like I think I've told this story before, but I was in the shower a while back, just washing my hair, tra la 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 la. Something pinged in my neck, just at the point where your neck meets your shoulder, and I was basically unable to move for about 4
I'll
days.
keep an eye out.
Oh no.
I rolled a 1 when it came to washing my hair. The only way I can describe it. I was just like, okay, so this is how it ends. I just crawl into the bedroom, start weeping, and hope that my cats are going to fall asleep on my throat and end my suffering.
So, someone was being the DM of your life and decided to roll that d20 to fuck you over.
Yeah, I would like to meet him so I can punch his face right off his stupid face.
Okay, cool. Here's the one-way ticket to heaven. You can meet the big man upstairs.
Cool. I've got a few choice words to say with him. Or them. I don't know if it's there.
Yeah, just my only word of advice, be not afraid.
Dude, I've played Doom.
I played
I
Shin
know how
Megami
this shit
Tensei. I know what's up.
Hey, God, manifest a face for a second. I need to punch it. Just like, damn it, I knew we shouldn't have let him get his hands on all those Japanese RPGs when he was a teenager. And an adult. And an older adult. Basically, his entire life was a mistake.
And soon enough, an elder adult.
And then someday he'll be dead, and he'll probably still be lamenting the fact he didn't finish Persona 5R.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe you'll have the benefit of hindsight that it won't be so bad that you played other things. You already spent 100 hours on the first Persona 5.
Yeah. Playing 5R, I'm already... Well, I stopped a while back just because I've been playing it constantly and I just got bored with it. I think I was up to... The base game ends in December. I think I'd gotten up to late October and I was already 125 hours in.
Amazing that I was still
been...
able to get like those like non-lethal and lethal kills on those dudes, even though they clearly had already seen me.
Yeah. And also the fact that you killed one and let the other live, so that's going to be an interesting conversation when he wakes up.
Yeah. Okay. You know, we'll just leave him be.
Hmm.
It's fine.
He gets to live.
I will say, always appreciate when games give you the option for varying levels of strength for opening a door.
Hmm.
You know, because like RE4 has that and it's pretty good. This
Yep.
game obviously does that, but it's like separate prompts.
Yep.
Fuck up a lot of
I think
stairs.
RE4 was the first one to really have it as a combat option.
Yeah.
And not just like sneaking.
Yeah, because in that situation you could also use it to like briefly stun enemies that were directly on the other side.
Yeah, just kick them in the face with it.
Mm-hmm. Or shoot through them if it was a wooden door.
Yep.
That was like
So
that was a fun
block
strategy I
kill was-
remember seeing with hold on, let me at least take care of this. There's one and then two.
Nice.
But yeah, because I remember seeing, I think it was like a strategy from like, I think when Carcinogen did like a no damage run or something like that, where in the village there's like an easy way to like guarantee that by just going into like one of the houses where there's only like the one wooden door in. So you just, I think it might have actually been like, oh yeah, because he decided to like cheese it out with the knife. He basically like shot a hole in the door and then angled himself just right that all the enemies were like crowding in front of it, and he just swiped at them endlessly with the knife.
Yeah, the Blacktail, once you understand exactly what you can punch through with the piercing ability, winds up being one of the best weapons in the game.
Never get tired of that fucking hip fire with the gun.
I really want to watch Equilibrium now. I've not seen that film in years.
I mean, at least the gun kata in that will look infinitely more impressive than this. It does serve to remind me though of the fact that like Max Payne 2 got an Equilibrium mod back in the day because
That's
of course.
right, yeah.
I mean, Max Payne 1 had the Kung Fu mod. So like of course
Yep.
they were just going to find ways to be like, what if we took this already cool like third-person shooter model and made it even cooler?
Yeah. I remember there was a crazy period when it felt like full conversions were just about to come out.
Yeah.
And then there was I can't remember exactly what it was, but there was like something in the code which meant they couldn't properly do it.
Oh,
So
yeah.
even though the mods that they had were frankly insane, they were like, can't quite go as far as we want, unfortunately.
Yeah, you can't really mod in like a standard third-person action game combat system on top of a shooter.
They came close.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong.
It managed to feel pretty good, all things considered.
Yeah,
I
far
actually-
better than it had any right.
I actually played the Kung Fu mod, a bit of it on my on my Windows 98 PC that I built like last year.
Yeah.
Where like I
Oh,
just
wow.
ran Max Payne 1 on it because apparently it ran well enough, you know, with like the parts that it had, because it was all pretty decent parts that were of the era from like the year 2000.
Good.
Mhm.
Going to be
And
hot.
it was like, yeah, this
Careful,
Kung Fu
Mike.
mod, which obviously came out years later, is still compatible with this game on this operating system.
Surprising, I'm not gonna lie.
Alright. Crouch walking all over like it's Metal Gear 4.
Dun 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 dun.
What was that noise?
Nassim, my brother. Ow, my face.
Oh, my carotid.
Hey, I was using that throw. Yeah, well, now so am I. It's a
Nice
place to store my
collection.
knife.
Wonder if any of it works.
See if there's something you can use.
Alright, time to clear everything out.
I remember seeing this bit and thinking, oh god, don't tell me I'm going to get to drive a tank.
If only.
Yeah.
Would have been a nice diversion from this jank fest. Actually, no, it probably would have been just as janky.
No, it would have been worse than GoldenEye.
Oh. Well, no, I mean, like, the best part about tank driving in GoldenEye was when you ran over enemies and there was just this hilariously, like, overt, like, bone-crunching noise.
It's a wet squelch.
Yeah.
I'm not going to ask how you were able to hit the rungs individually. That's quite impressive.
This game's bad accuracy on shooting. That's what.
Look, you were able to hit the smaller target rather than the obvious big one. Like, kudos.
Yeah, it's weird how that happens.
Yeah.
There was a body here. It's gone now.
Ew. Apparently it was filled full of strawberry preserves.
His body, it appears to be jammed.
He's a big old goofy boy, you see.
Yeah, you can't drive a tank, but you can do this.
Yeah.
Fired a missile?
At the palace.
At the... It's got the right cadence to how he says that makes it sound like I might have done an oopsie.
So remember how we were trying to avoid that international incident? Funny coincidence.
Hey, it's okay. They fired it at themselves.
Just say there were, you know, really big rats around this place. Like, size of kangaroos.
I gotta say, I love that that is a very consistent melee into gun combo that I have discovered right there. Where it's like, you just tap twice and then press again and hold, which lets you do that roundhouse kick. And it always leaves them with just the smallest sliver of health to then, like, just shoot them point blank with a gun.
Oh, your wanted dead skills are coming in handy again.
True! It's like Devil's Third really is one of the most important games ever.
This is more like Satan's one half.
Alright. I think that's... Oh yeah, there's some ammo over there. We got pretty much all the major stuff, I think, that we need to pull from here.
Yeah. Problem with rooms like that, especially in this era of gaming that the game was from, you're never quite sure if you've got everything in those kind of rooms because you don't know what is, like, important and what isn't. Like, guaranteed that any other game would be like, okay, there's one box that you completely forgot just because it's not that drastically different from every other one, but it's different enough.
I do hate how it's just like, even with like a decent amount of like stats put into like this already, it's just that you can't really get like a decent enough. Okay, at least that. Okay, note to self: melee to gun combo, bad on stairs.
Does not work on an incline.
Yes, level playing field or nothing.
Yeah, I remember the aiming being bad, but not Deus Ex bad.
Yeah. Oh well. Deus Ex still one of the greatest games ever.
Oh, absolutely. But having to sit 5 minutes while the reticle just ever so slowly decides whether it wants to zoom in tighter gets really boring.
That's why you get the Gep gun. That, or if you want to be stealthy, you just get the stun baton ready and like sneak up behind them and hit them in the small of their back, because that is just as effective, if not more effective, than the prod. You know?
Yeah.
But even then, you got to remember, prod with the prod, just in case though we're police. All right, hold on. Okay. Yeah, I was just double checking things to make sure that everything was still running.
Right here.
Cool.
He's got nowhere to run. This should be quick. Give me a
How should we
second.
handle him?
You. Who are you?
Oh,
professional.
Mohammed bin Nasri.
All right, then.
By order of the United States government, I'm placing you under arrest.
Arrest? For what?
Under the authority of my ass.
Nothing involving the United States.
Well,
You
I've
are
got a big
possession of
gun.
illegal shoulder
You
mounted
don't.
munitions.
So...
Black market.
Mm-hmm.
The missiles. You're too late. Already gone. Sold. You caused all this trouble for nothing.
Sold to who?
I take
Oh,
their cash,
man.
not their names. You come a few days ago. Maybe you could have killed them instead of my men, eh?
Mike, this is
Oh, man.
if he's telling the truth.
What to do? You get some actual dilemmas
Then
here.
I'll get your missiles back.
Mike, we need
So
to
how do you
know
think
those
we
missiles.
gotta handle this dude?
If we let him go, he could lead us to the people he sold the missiles to. Or they might come after him. Either way, we win.
But if he can't lead us to the buyers, then we've let a killer go, and more people will die. Remember that rocket attack in
Money, guns.
How should we do this?
Shoot 'em.
You let me go.
All right.
Looks like my radio's acting up, Westridge. Getting a lot of static.
What are you doing? I give you guns.
Yeah, I heard that line.
I get everywhere.
No. No.
Ooh, what you say?
Radio went on the fritz. Westridge.
Those kind of cinematic kills are always done where it's like the killing blow has to do this like obnoxiously like cooler than it actually is slow-mo shot.
All right, so it's the buyers.
It's one of those things where you can see exactly how they planned it in their heads and on the storyboards, where it's really slow-mo, his head falls back, there's an artistic fountain of blood coming from his forehead.
Yeah.
And then you see that and it looks like two Lego men fighting.
Yeah. So that's it. All objectives complete again. Not too bad. Only negative effect is that we've somehow hampered intelligence gathering efforts in the region, but whatever. We bought all we needed to in the clearinghouse anyway. 93 orphans now.
Hey.
Yeah. At least that's just for like this mission, I believe it is.
Yeah, I think it's on a permission basis.
Yeah. You can check the totals when you're back at the safe house because I noticed the medical bills was obviously way lower this time.
Well, that's because you murdered everyone in the face with bullets.
Yeah, whatever. They're weapons traffickers. They had it coming.
Yeah. Now, I mean, if you look at it logically, the odds of him actually helping us, considering he was literally mocking us there, are slim to none.
Yeah.
And he is a weapons trafficker. So, in the purest, most heartfelt way, fuck that guy.
Yeah. And it's like, even if you do let him go, like, he does come back with, like, at least a piece of intel that is important, but, like, it's not... I mean, we're still going to be barreling towards the same end result on this game anyway. There's no need to, like, compared to another character that is important in this region of the world, like Nasri, actually does not factor into anything past Saudi Arabia. I can say that much clearly.
Like, there's a few bits and pieces that I still remember, obviously. But I'm going to try and... I'm not going to try and... let that affect my decision making. As like, by and large, I'm going to pick all my choices based on what I think is happening and why I'm picking this choice in particular, especially with the big ones.
Right. So there's our actual total stats for orphans created and total medical bills.
Wow. It's a lot of really unhappy kids.
We could go higher.
Oh yeah. Let's see if we can get to the mid 4 digits.
Let's get this done, and then I could start playing Fighters Mega Mix.
We're monsters.
Oh yeah, technically, we also could go to the final mission of the area if we wanted to, and just skip this other one entirely.
No, we need to check the stockpile because we are good. We are a good boy.
Even though it means we have to work with Darcy.
Sometimes you gotta have your meat before you can eat your pudding.
Fair. All right. At least him being around seems to reduce the difficulty of any hacks that we need to do, but yeah, whatever.
What's up, Mikey?
Let's keep...
Problems already?
I think he wants him to
Just checking
keep getting
in.
more pissed
Had
at
some
us, I'm
questions
sure.
about the mission.
Oh, yeah. Let's see what the
You call me
funniest
instead
one
of
is.
Westridge? Lucky me.
Yeah, but
Been without
this is just
protocol
stuff
long.
about, like,
Longer than you.
other
So,
topics,
yeah,
not
long
necessarily
enough.
anything that's
There
in
a
response to
problem?
his
I was
bullshit.
just curious how you managed to get
Yep.
this mission instead of me. But if you don't want to tell me, that's fine too.
Nothing to say. If you weren't picked, you'd know the reason better than me.
Right. Well, I hope you don't mess this up. I'd hate to clean up after you.
That'll be hard to do.
Oh, don't worry.
All the way
I'll
back
give
to
you a
base,
huge
training
mess.
agents. The Alcemont
It's the thing I love about this game as well is that even if you do piss off the wrong people, you still get bonuses for it.
Yeah.
But there is no wrong way of playing the game.
And dug into the side of a canyon.
Yeah. I mean, the only way that's wrong
Cozy for spying
is
from
if,
above.
you know, you spec into the
there's
wrong
nothing
stats that
else
you
to
just
do.
can't get through, like, a mandatory, like,
call was useless.
fight encounter.
No, you can't
Yeah,
be the right
there's
person, don't get
one in
upset.
particular I
Agents who lose
remember.
their cool
If
before they
you
get out of the safe house
m-
don't
there's
tend to live long.
couple
That
of
is
bonus
threat.
objectives which will make the boss fight easier,
Mm-hmm.
but depending on what weapons you've picked, it is very easy to bone yourself.
But trust
Oh,
me,
yeah.
I think,
can
I think it's
Then
the
let's hear
worst
it.
combination you can pick is shotgun and SMG, because the shotgun has a low ammo count. The SMG, you literally just spray and pray. You cannot use it for like proper combat.
Yeah, and this is why I always just stick with one weapon, which is the pistol.
Alright.
Chain shot for life.
Oh, one other
Yep.
thing. They've dug in deep with a maze of tunnels beneath the camp. If they've got any weapons down there,
Advice?
it's gonna be a pain getting to them.
Alright, then.
So what do you recommend?
They probably have as much trouble finding their way around as you do. So follow power lines or work lights when you can. Might guide you to where they've got their stockpiles.
Got it.
One thing that is at least neat about this upcoming mission that has obviously been, like, noted, possibly in the dialogue that we've not been paying attention to, but there are sandstorms in this mission. So, you know, doing the thing that could occasionally happen in
Sounds like
Metal
you're
Gear
gonna be
Solid
my
5,
hero when I infiltrate
where
the
just
Yep.
dust storms would, like, crop up randomly.
Yeah, I got stuck hand-holding you. Hope that's not a problem.
Oh, it's a
Eat
big
the
problem.
Camp, I expect you to back me up.
Sean, I
Attitude
invite you
and
to kiss the
orientation.
palest part
It's
of
not
my
gonna
ass, and
You think you
I'm a
outrank
shut-in.
me?
it gets really pale then.
I'll do my job, you do yours.
That's
Like
all I need.
milk.
See you in the field,
You
Darcy.
feel me?
Fair. Alright. Let's get this out of the way. Yeah, I'm looking with the time that we got left. We'll definitely do this mission, then the final one to wrap up Saudi Arabia, and I think we'll actually have a pretty good stopping point for this
Yeah.
week's session.
That works for me.
Yeah. Sit rep.
So I remember once we actually get into the world at large, each area becomes a lot longer and a lot more complex.
A lot more complex,
Bad
and we actually have the freedom to, like, hot swap between all three of them.
Yeah, globetrotting.
Yeah, which again was like the sort of thing where I remember my first two
So, wait for a
playthroughs,
storm, use it
one
as
on
cover.
rookie and the other on veteran. I never realized that it was even an option that I could just jump between all of those other areas at the same time.
Well, you kind of get stuck in the Mass Effect way of thinking.
Yeah,
because you
that's
think,
exactly
okay,
what I had. Yeah.
Yeah, you go to one area, you do everything, then you go to the next area, and so on.
Yeah.
And once you realize, hang on a minute, I can get intel from this area, which is going to affect this area, then you're just like I remember the first time I found out about that. I didn't use it because I think I only found out about that like 3/4 of the way through the game.
Yeah.
So by that point, I was already like committed to the end game essentially. But
I mean,
like,
for me, how I figured it out was actually, again, kind of getting back to Bob and Threadbare's LP, where he actually did do that. And that was when I realized, oh, wait, this is actually a thing.
Yep. I think I was probably around about the time I found out about it as well, but I was like, how convoluted is this game? Like, the storytelling and the logistics of this game are on a par with Crysis in terms of complexity.
Yeah, and as it
Like,
turns out,
story-wise,
it turns out the core plot is still really simple, all things considered. It knows full well you're still going to be going towards the same results. It's just all the details in between.
Yep. And also, you find out things about certain characters on
At the
one
camp.
playthrough that
Dug
you
in
will
pretty
not
deep.
find out about on others.
Yeah, it's across the canyon
And
from me.
finding
A lot
out that
of
one or
open
two
ground
characters have
between.
been lying to you the entire time is just like, what the fuck?
Oh
I
yeah.
know.
Like, characters can and will use you to further their own games.
Easy does it.
And once you get the option to mark more targets, it's just going to get ridiculous.
Oh yeah. There we go. Yeah, you can shoot me all you want. Oh, son of a bitch!
Oh! Wow, from downtown.
He got my flank, son of a bitch.
What is this, fear?
Enemies in this wish they were as good as the replica soldiers. Oh, goddamn. Hold on. Oh, yeah. Discord. Well, okay, let me just screen share again. You know, I guess I should be thankful that it's only Discord this time that is being funky and not OBS, if we're keeping it a buck.
Yep, I'm back on.
Excellent. Okay. Done. Fastest chain shot ever. Yeah. Oh, man. When we get to bosses and we have, like, basically up to 8 chains that we can, like, stack on top of each other, it is so fun to just be like, click 8 times and then watch them all go instantly.
Oh yeah, I forgot that you can stack them as well, can't you?
Yep.
His enemies just melt.
Okay. Let's just keep booking it. Unless... Oh, they're over there. Let me wait for my chain shot to come back, because I know I can make this shot with it. I got reduced ability cooldowns. It's fine. This is faster than it would be otherwise. Oh, goddammit. Damn it, I think he realizes that I'm aiming at him. Or, like, looking in his direction that he is, like, trying to duck. Oh, it only took off parts of his armor. Son of a bitch.
Yeah.
Whatever.
I reckon you're going to have to get up close and personal with him.
Yep. Alright. Man, the alarm trigger counts for this playthrough is going to be so high. Oh, wait, no, hold on. I just realized this is actually the way forward. We could just skip it.
Yeah. Now, Sean's just going to be like, I don't know why we didn't just carpet bomb the entire damn place.
Yeah, you think he'd be all over that. Hold on. Yeah, it's... Oh, wait, I guess not, actually. I guess that leap over is for just over here.
Yeah.
Hey, come out so that my fucking million bullets per minute can say hello. It didn't work.
Damn it.
Yeah, let's just see. Let's just like climb up this anyway. Take care of the other dudes.
I guess we'll fight them fair.
As fair as
like
this
a
game
dumbass.
can be.
Yeah.
Okay.
Found the radio tower.
Now look for the generator. Should be in a building nearby.
Still good combo whenever you can.
Dropped a lockbox there, I think.
Oh yeah, I'll pick it up once I turn this off. There we go. Yeah, just an explosive grenade. Not too bad. More money.
Generator's cut.
Got it. I'll signal the choppers now. Can you get to their main computer beneath the camp?
I think a way just opened up.
Oh, well, I didn't mean to press that. Okay, hold on. Oh, hey, I still got it. Kind of. It didn't kill.
Nice one.
Didn't kill, but hey, it was a lot of damage taken off. No, the thing I meant to do was, yeah, because right, it's RB for like the for like your gadgets and grenades. Left bumpers for the abilities.
Yeah, I think he's only got like one hit left on him.
Oh yeah, just a single punch would do it. And just punched him right off the roof. Oh, there he is, actually. You know what? Actually, he did a good job surviving that.
We will send him to Tovokor.
There we go. Take a nap.
Of course, now he has to explain to his superiors what happened to all of his comrades.
I got shot, and like the only way I could calculate the angle was through like some fucking like bent wire, like, or wire frame or whatever that was like meant to hold up concrete or something. I don't even fucking know.
Look, all I'm saying is we need our version of the Warren Commission.
I'm in.
I get to the servers and upload that data.
You weren't kidding about the tunnels in this place.
But unlike the Warren Commission, we've got the bullet because it's still in my fucking skull.
Yeah, unfortunately, that's shrapnel now. We can't get it out of your brain. It's gonna damage everything else if we do. Sorry. It doesn't give you a cool horn, though, so, deal with it?
And I just learned how to speak Russian. That's time with my children I'm never gonna get back.
Oh, well. I
Okay,
do
please
find it
tell me how you-
amusing, looking at, like, the prompts for these sort of things, where it's, like, just the idea that you'd be able to, like, excuse me, just the, with these doors that have locks on them, especially on a door like this, where you'd assume the lock has no electronics whatsoever. How the fuck would an EMP grenade be able to disable that?
Unless you are actually bashing the padlock off with the end of the grenade, I fail to see how it could possibly work.
Yeah, but why would you need a grenade for that? You could just use the butt of your gun.
Exactly, like, those doors are probably about 70 years old to begin with.
Yeah.
Like,
well.
shove them hard and they'll fall over.
Yay, more money for us.
Yay, muns.
The pills would help ease the pain.
Grabbing pills.
Never gets old.
Looks like I found the old cells. Mostly storage.
If there's time, see if you can get inside.
Oh, we got the time. I'll just get in there anyway.
I mean, it's on the way.
Yeah, it's no problem. Yeah, and then, of course, you have these actual electronic keypads.
Which you would actually think you could use an EMP on, but...
I mean, I'm pretty sure you can. That one at least makes sense.
Well, you think so, but you threw an EMP through the wall twice. I'm not hedging my bets on anything.
Fair. This is Alpha Protocol, after all. In fact,
Yeah.
you know what? Because this is another one of those padlock things. How?
I can only assume you just sort of waved it in menacingly in front of the door, and the door just went, "You got me."
Yeah, it's like, what was that bit from, like, The Melancholy of Haruhi Suzumiya, where, like, it's, like, the purple-haired girl, Yuki, I think it was, who's, like, holding up the computer mouse with, like, shining, like, the optical laser in front and just waving it around in a circle. That's how I imagine that.
I'll be honest, I only ever watched the Neuron specials.
Oh, yeah.
They got released on DVD over here, and I don't know why, but I own them.
I am also perplexed as to why.
Not perplexed as to why I own them. That's
yeah, just the release in general.
Yeah, it was 2 volumes. One, and it was like half of it was the Churuya-chan stuff, and the other was just a generic Chibi Harui series. And I have never watched it.
Yeah, I'll admit, I am still like because I remember watching that first season, and yet, like, my mind just completely blanked on the idea that there was ever, like, a follow-up season or other specials.
A lot of data here.
Yeah, I think there was 2 seasons and a movie.
Makes sense.
And they keep threatening to bring it back, but it's like, I mean, Lucky Star's making a comeback, for fuck's sake.
It's like, wake up, bro, it's 2006.
Yeah, it's like, oh, great, I've time traveled to the worst possible time.
Yeah. Yeah, whatever, you time travel back to the year before Gurren Lagann started.
This is true. That is not the worst possible time.
Yeah, you just have to wait an extra year. Instead, just talk with anime fans about Lucky Star and Death Note.
I would sooner gouge out my own eyes and stick them in my butthole.
Fair.
If I really wanted to see some bad shit.
Hey, get back here. That wasn't even in the neck. That was a straight stab to the brain.
Yeah, that was the brain stab. That guy is not going to be feeling anything. I remember back when it came out, I was in an anime society, which for every 1 or 2 cool people, there were the most horrible stereotypical weebs. Like, there was one guy that went along with a ring binder filled with porn that he had printed out himself. And just every horrible cliche or stereotype you can imagine was there in attendance. And it was horribly.
Did he ever show like or make people aware of the existence of Aiken, but not as a joke?
No, he was more into Futanari.
Oh,
yeah,
that person.
Yeah. He was a special guy. Surprisingly, he was one of the few people I got along with because the place was incredibly cliquey. And he was like, no, I'm a gigantic deviant, and I'm totally fine with that. And I was like, you know what? I can actually respect that.
Fair, yeah.
Like, everyone else, was varying degrees of terrible in their own way. But he was just sort of like, yeah, I have no illusions about who or what I am. And I was like, kudos. It's that weird thing where you can respect a dickhead when they own up to it, you know?
Yeah, I can get that. Open the gate, and we're gonna get the fuck out of here. Ah, damn it. Oh well. And we're home free.
Quick, shoot him! Shoot him!
Ah, damn it, I should have thought to do so.
Good job, Mike. Not bad for the new guy.
Well, we're flying to a dust storm now. Hopefully, the crash will put him out of his misery.
So, Darcy, have you ever seen Spec Ops: The Line? I'm just saying.
Yeah. Still surprising.
Another 136 orphans?
Yeah. And a surprisingly high amount of medical bills just for this mission alone.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess Saudi Arabia doesn't have universal health care.
Mikey, so you got back safely?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, thanks for the lift out of there.
Just doing my job. No need to thank me.
Should we... I guess we'll just leave on the
We
intel.
recover anything from the camp yet?
Yeah.
Some records. Good job digging those out.
I'm still anticipating every time the disconnect option shows up for you to just tell me to press it.
Disconnect.
All right.
We'll see what they dig up.
Let me know as soon as you find out anything, Darcy.
Alright, I'll be in touch, Mikey.
Oh, man.
Oh, well, at least it was an amicable disconnect and not, oh, sorry, you break it up. Anyway, now we could start upgrading past level 5 on some of these. So let's get Chain Shot Advanced.
Oh, yes.
And then Stealth to give us, yep, a Shadow Operative, which is now like a more of an active skill. Advanced version of Silent Running. We've been getting some good mileage out of martial arts, so we might as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As I said, it's one of the ones that you really, no matter what kind of build you're going in for, because enemies will run up and start attacking you willy-nilly.
Yeah. And we'll boost Sabotage. And maybe Technical Aptitude, or actually, just to be on the safe side of things, we'll boost Toughness up to level 5, so we got Iron Will.
Yeah.
There.
Well,
That's a
if I remember
decent
correctly,
spread.
we will be getting our first proper boss fight in the next area.
Yes. Yeah, that is very much true. Before we leave, let's see if I can like find if there's like, because I know there's like other stuff that gets. Oh yeah, there's this.
Oh yeah.
Nazari. Why can't all terrorists be as fun to kill as you?
That's
I know, right?
That's a perfectly normal, cheerful thing to say.
That's right. You get trophies as you.
Yeah. I'm
your
trying
way
to
through
find
the
the other
game.
one though that had to do specifically with the mission we just did. Maybe we
Oh,
don't.
is that the picture that you get from Darcy?
Yeah, I'm not sure if it's going to be here, though, because maybe that's something where Darcy only does that if we have a positive reputation with him.
I'm fairly certain it is, because I think that's the bit where it goes, it's a picture of the pair of you, and he's signed it like "to all the good times, fuck yeah." And then he's written your name wrong. It's not Thornton, it's Thornton.
Yeah, Sean and Thornton, fuck yeah, with 2 exclamation points. He specifically notes.
Apparently, that was actually sort of an in-joke, because all the previews that were written up for the game called the character Thornton rather than Thornton.
Makes sense, yeah.
So they deliberately did that as a little bit of a little wink and a nod to that.
Yeah. Yeah, might as well. Because this game has mandatory boss fights that could go for a while, we might as well stock up a bit.
Yeah.
Check the clearinghouse one last time.
If I remember, there's no point in buying any guns until you get to the main chunk of the game.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. Again, we don't need the vented pistol action because that reduces damage. We are perfectly fine, I'd say.
Yep.
Let's get out there. Intercept Shahid. All right.
This is it, Mike. We can't let either the missiles or Shahid get past us.
Oh, yeah, we're even going back through the old airfield that we bugged prior. So that previous intel is going to be coming into use here.
Oh, yeah, I forgot every so often there's an area that you do something in, and then it plays into the final set piece for the area.
So nothing on 7.
We're going to need you to transmit the exact coordinates. There's a lot of area to cover.
How did that guy not hear you talking to yourself?
I don't know. Fuck it. The dude's on the turret and is just ready to hit me.
Yep. Forget you don't have any flashbangs or anything, do you?
No. And I accidentally activated the chain shot because I am so much more used to like that type, like because these are on radial menus, I keep feeling like I should be able to like hit the bumper to bring up the radial menu and as opposed to how it is here, where you have to press like a direction on the D-pad.
Yeah, because it's like again, this came out in a point before these things were standardized.
I thought Shadow Operative would work, but I guess not. All right.
Huh. That was remarkably accurate.
Sometimes blind fire does work.
I'm shocked.
Again, being quiet in this game is for cowards.
Like I said, every mission, like the first 5 minutes will be nice and quiet, and then it's only ever a matter of time before everything goes to hell.
I really wish that chain shot would have like set off that explosive barrel.
I'm surprised it didn't.
Yeah, I guess just one bullet wasn't enough. Honestly, I feel like this is the other thing where I feel like this game's kind of missing from like its weapon types. Although I think maybe because of how I used the pistol, it probably would have had too much overlap. But this game really needs like a sniper rifle class of weapon that you always have.
Yeah, the assault rifle, if I remember correctly, kind of fills that role. Because you can get some like proper high power scopes for it, but it never really. If I remember, every rifle has a burst fire.
Yes.
So you can never really just like semi-auto.
Also, how insane is the recoil on this fucking turret?
Yeah, that's not recoil. That's decamping to a completely different coordinate.
There, finally.
He still shot you. Okay, suddenly it has turned into Metal Gear Solid 5.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. The game's a pretty good
Pretty much.
commando simulator. Not so fun as an actual stealth game.
Yeah, again, it feels like if they'd had just another 6 months to get everything shipshape, this would have been one of the all-time cult classics.
Yeah. Definitely. Alright.
As it's really a game you only know, like, it is literally the epitome of if you know,
Got a
you
present
know.
for you. Batch of files.
Definitely.
On servers.
And it turns out those are just some of the kind of games I like.
Oh, yeah.
Alright. It's funny though, actually when you were saying that, because of like the remarks we were making about Metal Gear Solid 5, I was about to say, it's like, yeah, if only Kojima like had that time to, I don't know, maybe make it not an open world game and just do more of what Ground Zeroes was.
Or even just more of what Peace Walker was.
I feel like in a way, the things that I at least remember most fondly about Peace Walker, I think they like definitely did more of and maybe a bit too much.
I feel that making it open world, I think we can both agree, was probably a mistake, because you've got all this wide, expansive map and absolutely fuck all to do in any of it.
Yeah, just nothing of interest outside of like the outposts, which even then, like none of them really come close to like how Camp Omega was.
It's like they're being held in munitions.
Like it's the sort of thing where like I got friends that are like more fond of the game than I am, even though they are more acknowledging of the flaws. The thing we definitely agree on is that like that game has its fun moments in spite of it being an open world game.
Yeah,
it's at least a better Far Cry, I think I can say, as far as just like on a systems level and how it feels to do stuff.
Yeah, it's funny you bring up Far Cry, because really it feels like it wanted to be Far Cry 3.
Oh, yeah.
Like, of all the Far Cry games, 3 I feel is what they were really going for. And they couldn't even manage that, which is disappointing. Like, Far Cry 3, for all its many, many
I
failings,
guess this is where planes go. To
you're
die.
never really bored.
Yeah. I mean, even then, that's still not the best Far Cry game. It's obviously Blood Dragon.
Oh, well, I mean, come on, that's...
Yeah, it's not
That
fair.
was-
I get it.
Like, why would you even say that when it's objectively the most true thing that has ever been said? Come on.
Look at that shot, that final shot that I landed from so far away.
Nice. Although I need to get back to playing New Dawn at some point, just because that game is so dramatically fucked up. I don't know where to begin.
That's the Wait, is that like the prehistoric
that's-
Far Cry?
That's Primal. New
okay.
Dawn is the one that's set after 4. It's
Oh.
weird post. It's like a weird cross between Fallout and Blood Dragon. It's like a post-apocalyptic setting. The fuck happened there?
Yeah, I don't know how to explain that, but whatever. I didn't have to waste an EMP, I think.
Works for me.
Fuck it.
But yeah. When bugs work in your favor. How often does that happen?
Yeah, it's just, fuck it. Don't fix that.
But yeah, it's set in a weird post-apocalyptic setting, except it's more out in it's still out in the forests and the woods, so you're not really trudging through demolished buildings like every other game. So it's unique enough that it's interesting. But midway through, you get superpowers.
Oh, I finally remember now how you're actually able to sprint in this game. You have to hold A.
Oh.
But at least we get our jump kick.
Oh yeah, that's right.
And since we unlocked that skill. Yeah, still a ways to go. It's amazing how, you know, in a way, I feel like this game might actually be pretty balanced in a lot of respects, because if I can't hit enemies most of the time, they also can't hit me.
Yeah, until someone shows up, like, literally you are 3 foot away from it. I remember the guys with the only real threat for a big chunk of the game was the shotgunners.
I really hope they're
Yeah,
returning
but that's
patrol.
shotguns.
Yeah. I would be more disappointed if they weren't a threat.
Mm-hmm. Alright. Gate is open. More money. Can't even let me vault over it after breaking the glass. Game ruined.
I'm just shocked that you weren't able to punch out the window.
Yeah. Yeah,
really
we know. This
disappointing.
game's got issues.
Yeah.
Good job running into my bullet, idiot.
Running head down.
Like, what did you think that was gonna do? Whoa! Whoa!
This is some weird ass Matrix shit.
Fuck it.
Dodge this.
Oh, actually, I think maybe like the power of my melee is improved slightly. That like, let me check again. Oh, can I?
You can juggle guys like in Tekken?
No, it's like my general melee has improved so much that it's like the 2 hits into the roundhouse doesn't leave them with a sliver of health anymore.
Yeah. I think each of the anytime you upgrade a skill in or any of the damage skills, you get like a 5% bonus or like 1 or 2 points or whatever it is they go on.
Yeah. All right. Peace and quiet until they decide to hit the alarm again. Oh. Someone saw me, clearly. Must have been up there. Alright. So much cash that is going to be useful for us after we finish this mission. We'll just go straight into early retirement.
I mean, you gotta fill your pouches with something, and since they won't let you take Pop-Tarts on a mission anymore.
Yeah, it's a shame.
I just know Darcy was behind it somehow.
Of course
Fucking
it was
Darcy.
fucking Darcy.
Got a visual on the missiles. Looks like they're being loaded into a convoy outside the warehouse.
You need to get to it before they roll out. Once they're mobile, our job gets a lot harder.
Yeah, I know. On it.
Okay, thank you for letting me pick up the duffel bag afterwards. Take care of the cameras. You know, for all the wonkiness this game still has going back to it, I'm glad I'm playing this again.
Yeah, I'm kind of wanting to play it again myself now.
Yeah.
I'm not going to, obviously, because I don't want to.
Well, yeah, I figured as much.
Like, once we're done here, because, I mean, to be honest, the odds of me picking the exact same things that we're going to go through here, slim. But
True.
I would prefer to go in, like, semi-blind.
Oh, look at that!
Oh.
And that fucking ragdoll is like, oh my god. Dude, your posture.
Oh, man, he's sleeping like me when one of my cats decides he wants to snuggle.
Oh my god.
Just wake up and it's like my shoulder blades are up by my ears, my knee is tickling my left nostril, and there's a cat just perfectly content, snuggled up somewhere around my kidneys.
Yeah.
In retrospect, it probably explains why my neck and my shoulders are so fucked up.
Yeah. Oh well.
Looks like most of the trucks have already headed out.
I mean, it's not gonna, you know, I'm always gonna have cats until the day I die, though, so it's not gonna make any change.
Plane is prepped and ready for takeoff, as you asked.
Looks like
That is a hell of a bodyguard standing behind Shahid.
Have our men come to meet the
Swear to
trucks
God,
at the
that guy
checkpoint?
is straight out
Their
of Soldier of
salty
Fortune.
crews.
Yeah.
The magazine and the game.
Should I take the
No,
shot?
if we do that, we lose the missiles. But if you can still intercept the convoy, we have a chance.
Yep, our work is not over yet.
Nope.
Oh, man. Yeah, and I'm just gonna hold on to these points for now.
Damn it. Looks like the convoy's already headed out.
The road the convoy's on
Oh,
is
come on,
safe.
it didn't even let me fire until I was like...
And move fast. You'll be able to catch it at the checkpoint.
Great day for a
Oh! I don't know why it is, but curb stomping someone in a game like this always feels just that much more brutal than disemboweling them.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's weird with how, like, this game, the recoil on, like, these turrets work, where it's like, you basically, like, if you want to, like, offset it as much as possible, you basically have to aim below, like, well below where you're wanting to hit, and then just use, like, and then just, like, hold down to compensate for just your aim jutting straight up. It is, like, the weirdest fucking thing.
Yeah, it looks like you can't actually aim until you're going full auto, so, like, the first second and a half of shots is gonna do absolutely jack shit.
Yeah. Alright, so... Well, off this way. Oh.
Hopefully that convoy's run into some interesting camels or, I don't know, run over some coconuts or something in the way over.
That
Actually, no,
evasion
big
really
thing.
needed to last longer than it did.
Yeah.
Running out of time, Mike.
I'm on it. A lot of ground to cover. I'll get there.
I'm trying to get there, Westridge. Shut up.
I'm going as fast as I can.
Up on the top of the bridge.
Oh, yeah,
Looks like
here's what I was
Shahid's
talking
second
about. We
command.
got, like, our mandatory
And his fellow
fights.
friends.
They're probably there to protect the convoy. You need to take them out now. The trucks will be here any minute.
I didn't realize the voices actually go into slow-mo as well.
Yeah, I'd forgotten that was even a thing that happens.
Might be able to prevent him from warning.
Well, so much for that shit.
Forget about that shit. Here comes Thornton.
Andygram for Thornton.
Whoop. That still worked out somehow.
And then you ran right into his bullets. True story.
Don't worry, he can't hit me when I'm directly under him. Although he will have to go up soon.
I don't know, with this game, I would not count on that for very long.
Yeah. With a game this janky, you wouldn't put past it.
It might just do it out of spite.
But anyway, here's what makes Shot, like, vital for having to get through these awful boss fights. Done.
Yeah, this is why I never use Chain Shot, because it makes the game rapidly easy. And I at least wanted to have some sort of challenge.
Mike, first priority is the striker.
Now to take care of the rest of the goons so that all that's left is Shahida. Like, what the fuck I forgot that that fucking green glowing circuit pattern was there.
Yeah, it's just the way they were lined up there, again, going back to Blazing Saddles. I was just like, okay, someone's going to have to go back and get a shitload of nickels.
Mm-hmm. Oh, man. Yeah, this part's still pretty hectic, and I'm trying to be very mindful of my... Son of a bitch, he blocked my drop kick. Oh, well.
Goddamn drop blocker.
Oh, well.
Holding your gun at an interesting angle there, Mikey.
Yeah. And then just walk over the... Oh, shit.
This is more like it. Time to use some Halbeck tech to resolve this problem.
Hold on, I'm trying to remember. Oh, yeah, I do have first aid. Yeah, we can definitely use this right now. And then... I forget, can I even use any other... Oh, yeah. Yeah, let's use Iron Will. Why not? Oh, yeah, and that's right. You have to pick up, like, each rocket launcher.
Yeah, I think you can finish it off with grenades. You might be misremembering.
Yeah, but who cares?
Got it. If Shahid's inside, his head's got to be ringing by now.
Good job, Mike.
Yeah, I'm not sure he's going to have a head left.
Not when we're through. Because remember, we have a different way. We have multiple ways of dealing with this guy.
Yes.
Your choice, as always. We gonna be tricksy, or are we gonna go by the American standby of not negotiating with terrorists? But more flash forwards.
So, you thought the death of one terrorist leader
How should we
would
do
somehow
this?
fix the world?
Retort.
Oh, damn.
There's always one thing I want to know.
Yeah, because you can kill pretty much every boss, but you can also lie directly to Leland's face and be like, well, you don't know.
Were you trying to find out what happened to your friends? Or were you after me? Trying to bring down Hellback?
Yeah, Leland's really good scummy character. His voice actor does such a good job. I forget who voices him.
The game didn't have much in the way of like big name voice actors, which is surprising.
There were some, but like I think it's the sort of things where like you could recognize the connection to Obsidian if you noticed that some of those voices were back when they were as Black Isle.
Mocking.
We had to meet like this. I tried calling your office.
Because you got to rub some salt in the wound.
Yeah.
Your country sleeps at Hellback's feet like a dog, hungry for its weapons.
Yeah, I know. Corporate America. Sky is blue. News at 11.
Dude, I'm with you. They fucking suck.
So what should we do?
Interrogate.
All right.
You said Halbeck ship the missiles to you? Why?
I will tell you nothing.
Just in the off chance he's not actually
Nothing I say
lying.
will change your mind.
I think you'd be surprised. I suggest you tell me before I let some light shine into that skull of yours.
Go
So-
ahead, then. Shoot me.
Provoke.
All right.
If you don't talk, you're going
Just
down
work towards
alone.
negative
Halbeck
reputation with him, I see.
They did not get the better of me. I used their weapons. Embarrassed them.
They hung you out to dry, Shahid. They gave you weapons. Then
Angry
sent us
people
after
tend to give away
Right
more
now,
info than
you're
they
the
like.
loser here, and I'm holding the gun. Besides, if Halbeck's involved, think of all the fun you'll have seeing one of America's biggest companies going down with you.
You would turn
Oh,
on
it just
Halbeck?
undid it.
I don't
Yep.
worry for Halbeck.
Ah, and neither did I. A comforting thought, but it is a lie. You already know something is wrong. The data you
Damn it,
got
it's
from
just
the
going up
detection
automatically.
server found.
I didn't ask for this.
Stolen missile data. That was given to us. You have two choices. You can believe me or kill me. Helbeck uses you, but you do not see their influence.
Your thoughts?
You
Trust
will.
him.
Trust me in this.
All right.
I believe you.
Nasri wasn't so lucky, but we'll give this dude a shot.
The missiles aren't enough.
Well, he's higher up the food chain.
I have other information,
All right.
and I can obtain more.
You mean if I let you go? No chance.
And also, like, just this far into the game,
You know I
it's
offer a
pretty clear
promise.
that Halbeck are the bad
See
guys.
Helbeck for
Yeah,
what it is.
of course it is.
And- and,
So,
Agree.
I will
all right.
bring proof.
very well.
All right. I'm willing to see
There we
what
go.
is this
A perk related to this. And of course, there will be a payoff much, much later.
Before they
Yep. Much
Because-
better than the one we get from Al Nasri, if I remember.
Yeah,
Where are you going?
it's also the most
Plus-
plot relevant.
Yeah. Plus, also, my first playthrough, I just executed him because I thought, well, you know, I'm the good guy, he's the bad guy. Herpy derpy derp.
Yeah,
I'm here.
I'm pretty sure I executed him as well the first time.
Dealt with Shahid.
And the missiles.
I've disabled the convoy. I haven't confirmed how many missiles we've recovered.
Your first priority is
Westridge? Westridge, do you read me?
Mike, get out of there.
Mina?
I'm tracking multiple missiles homing in on your coordinates. Get out of
What
there.
the hell?
Surprise, it was all a setup.
So, who's seen Burn Notice here?
Mike,
Which I think came out
Mike,
round
can you
about
hear
the
me?
same time as this. Maybe
Yeah.
like a year or two later.
Stereo.
Yeah, it was like a 2010s era, like early 2010s.
you're alive. Thank God. You
Joking.
need to get out of there
All
now.
right. Yeah, just gallows humor.
A little more sweet
We'll go with that.
You're in danger. You need to get out of Saudi Arabia.
But Halbeck, the missiles.
Mike.
You need to
how
get
are
out
you
of there. What if the
accept
prince is
missiles
just
to
like
location?
horribly
I think they
butchered and
wanted to
murdered the
erase the evidence
journalist and
of the
they're after
Al-Qaeda
you?
And you along with it.
Great, so now I'm reduced to being evidence?
I'm telling you, Mikey, this goes right to the top.
That's the other problem.
Oh wait,
I
Stephen
think they
Heck's
have
not
someone
showing up
inside
yet.
Alpha Protocol.
Oh, yeah.
And whoever it is
So,
fed them the coordinates for the
intel.
missile strike.
Is there a way to track down who had access to my coordinates?
Not cleanly, no. But it had to be one of your handlers in Saudi Arabia.
That's a short list. I'd like it to be shorter. Any other facts you can give me?
If I knew more, I'd share.
Huh. Should it be?
No one knows I'm
Great.
talking to you right now.
All
I'll
right.
figure this out. For now, I need a way out of Saudi Arabia with the information I got from Shahid.
Already on it, Mike.
Thanks, Mina. Thanks for saving my ass.
It's my job, but you're welcome. Besides,
Hey,
I don't
she
really
likes
like
a
the
snack.
idea of anything
Yeah.
happening to that ass of yours on my watch.
I'll admit, I
That
think this is like
is
one of those few
interesting
characters where I couldn't
response.
bring myself
Like
to
to
like make
follow
her
up on
hate
that.
me.
Later.
Yeah.
Just stay alive, Mike. All right?
Fine. So I need to get back to
Like-
base.
like she's-
Can you
like
get any
she's,
choppers out here?
One of, if not like the best
Mike,
female
you
characters of
can't
this
come
game.
back.
What?
Her, her,
Check the feed.
Sis, and
They've
C.
already sent out
I think
notifications
that
to
Yeah.
was her
intelligence
name.
agencies about your status.
Yeah.
Like the three of them
If
are
they
like the
find
three
you,
best
they'll give
characters.
you up to the government.
And even then, it's
Yeah,
like
who's
C is
first?
very much like the thing that makes her great is just how
What
much of a
about Alpha
caricature
Protocol?
her entire character feels like.
To allow agents
She's like
to
the
carry out
Russian from The
jobs like
Punisher.
this.
Yeah.
It's to allow the government to deny
Except that
acts
she's
like
actually
this.
female.
So if they're exposed, they can say they had no involvement.
This is
Mike,
the Russian on
you're your
HRT.
own. Alpha Protocol's the only thing protecting you right
Good
now.
for her.
And it somehow like gave her the voice of Mary Elizabeth McGlynn. Funny that.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Yeah, she's hamming it up with the fakest Russian accent
yeah.
imaginable. Oh, that's gonna be fun once we get to see her again.
Oh yeah, yeah. We're gonna be nice to those two.
Oh yeah, like we're making friends with all the psychos, Stephen Heck and C.
Yep.
All right, more orphans, more medical bills.
More psychopathy. It's like the worst Metabots ever.
And still 0% on all other weapons because fuck them.
I mean, pistols just because of chain shot, pistols are so objectively broken. It's not even funny. It
Yeah.
just completely kills the difficulty.
Somehow missed an objective, but whatever. We got like quite a lot on the results here.
Probably just like another security checkpoint or something that you missed.
Yeah, or just a piece of intel.
The information I got from Shahid, but so far it checks out. He's been busy. So is Halbeck.
So there was a connection between Alcimon and Halbeck.
Looks that way.
No kidding.
What worries me is why. According to this, Halbeck's got 3 targets. Taipei, Rome, and Moscow. I'm transmitting the information now. Looks like the missiles were shipped through Moscow.
So here we are, we're basically getting the rundown on like why these 3 areas are important and what we're going to have to work on when we go there.
I don't know why. And in Taipei, Ronald's son, the president of Taiwan. Someone's been ordered to assassinate him.
This doesn't make sense. What does Halbeck hope to gain?
A profit.
Yeah, why would they want to destabilize a country in the east?
Into their private marketplace.
They'll be able to secure military contracts and a steady consumer base for their weapons for years to
Practical.
come. If they succeed.
I need to get this information where it will do some good.
No one will listen, Mike. Not only are you rogue,
No one will listen. That, like, have you looked at your beard?
If you're caught,
It's clipped on. Everyone can see it's fake.
Possibly another lecture by
Crazy
Western.
mountain man with Cyclops' visor from the X-Men just kicked his way into the newspaper offices and demand we do this story. And frankly, we're too scared to say no.
not even the staff know all
Jeremiah
the
Johnson, international man of mystery.
safe houses, weapons. If you're going after these
And then he
targets,
just got on a
you'll need to
gigantic
brief
ox and
operations
drove
in
away
each
into
city.
the sunset. Still don't know what was going on with that.
Listed in any
Yeah.
records.
Like this one?
Better, I think. It sounds like you're going after these
Revenge.
targets then.
Well, I can't go back to the agency empty-handed. And doing some traveling and espionage is why I took this job in the first place. As for the women, well, I've already met you. I can strike that one off.
Ew.
Besides, it'll be fun.
If you say so.
-5 reputation.
Also, I don't like
Whatever.
when they use me to do their dirty work. Sending me to kill Shahid and
At least
commercial
she respects us enough to, like, in our work ethic that she'll tolerate that.
Like it may be a good thing.
Yeah.
If Halbeck's trying to cause a Cold War,
They've made a mistake. They're going to cause a real one.
Dun dun dun. So this is the point where, you know, we do like a bit of specialization. You get to
Oh, yeah.
yeah, kind of similar to how, like, you know, I find that the right way to play this game is on veteran, which, you know, can only be done after you beat it on rookie. Naturally, with specialization, you always got to go with operative because you get to choose your specialized skills. Like,
That's right.
these 3, they're always only made for people that are playing this for the first time and have no idea what they want to do or what's valuable.
Yeah, it's basically your auto-leveling specialization.
Yeah. So we are just going to...
I mean, I forgot that was a thing in this game, but I mean, it's Obsidian, they fucking love their prestige classes.
Yeah. And even then, I think it's like... Can't really adjust anything past, like, these marks right here anyway, so... Unless I'm missing something, like, what the hell? Yeah, it's not even letting me press X to be done. What the hell?
Mm. Okay, so it's letting you do it there.
Let me try again. Okay. Yeah, okay, so I guess Operative just doesn't want to work for this. Whatever, Spy still lets us access the other ones we need anyway. It's fine.
Well, I mean, stealth pistols and martial arts are the ones that you've been focusing on for the most part anyway, so...
True. Yeah. And I think our pistol's at a pretty good place as is, so I'll just, like, put one of each in there.
Yeah.
Alright, let's do that.
The reporter. The photographer?
Oh, yeah,
I
Scarlet.
met her leaving Saudi, then in Taipei. But after that,
Should
Classified.
track of her.
No, actually, no, Taunt.
It's getting
Damn.
dull listening to you ask
I accidentally picked Defiance. Oh well.
I mean, anything that, you know, pisses him off, I'm totally happy with.
True. I mean, there's at least a dialogue choice that we can make very early on, very late in the game, rather, with him, that I always go for.
Oh, yeah. I think I remember the one you're talking about.
Yeah. So we need to, like, pick which place we're going to start at first. If only so I could get to the safe house and then, like, hit quit and have, like, the checkpoint save. So,
Yeah.
Moscow, Rome, Taipei. Pick your
I-
theater.
If I remember correctly, the way we're doing it, we'll probably want to leave Rome for second or third.
All right.
So I would go with Taipei.
All right. Very well, then. We'll drop by the safe house. Especially because I think I remember now, actually, that like the start to this safe house has a unique thing to it that the others don't. But also we get like the actual proper introduction to Scarlet. Because Leyland did mention that we did meet her on a plane on the way to Taipei, so hey, it checks out.
You wouldn't believe the day I've had.
Curious.
Misery loves company. Care to share?
No, not really. Same old Saudi Arabia.
Not quite like the brochure, huh?
I'm Scarlet.
Mike.
So, Mike, what brings you to this exciting corner of the world?
Oil?
Oil.
I'm in the oil business. My father's been pushing me towards politics.
I mean, what's the point in being a spy if you can't lie to everyone
That
to their
sounds familiar.
faces?
It does.
Think you're the first oil guy I've sat next to?
So that's me. How about you?
Oh no. Oh no, the girl knows I'm a liar.
You didn't even have to lick your face.
Your leg.
Oh no.
Other page.
I need to lie harder.
Cover story by Scarlet Lake. Photo.
I need to learn from the
One of
best.
Dangerous work around these.
A
parts,
certain
I bet.
goon, a former goon on the Something Awful forums.
I think you're onto something.
Gonna have to narrow that one down. There's quite a lot of
Call
them.
me. I have a lot of contacts in the area. Maybe
I was
we
just
can
more
work out
referring to the fact that,
You should hear
that the Dark
anything.
Kid, as it turns out, is just like the most
If I hear
insane
anything
pathological
juicy,
liar
you're the
ever.
first person I'll call.
Oh,
I
really?
appreciate that.
Oh, we're gonna have to talk about that off stream.
Oh, you did. Oh, you didn't catch that when it was happening this year.
Friendly.
Okay.
Sorry.
I
Oh.
know he was talking about health problems and then went
Yeah.
radio silent for about 8 months,
Okay,
but
if you
oh,
say
if there's
so.
been developments.
Bad things
Oh,
happen to
yeah,
people who
um,
might get lucky.
Let's just say it all started with Slow Beef basically putting out a tweet with an attached audio file that was him going, "Hey, the Dark Kid says he's dying of cancer.
Yeah.
I don't believe it. Here's why."
Oh,
This is it.
shit.
It's very.
Because I remember when he said, yeah,
Check the shower, genius.
my health is in the toilet and I maybe got like 6 months to live.
This is one of those secret.
And there was like, I think there was like 10 GoFundMe's up in like the first 5 minutes. And I'm just like, that's kind of... I mean, it sucks because obviously he was one of the most popular posters on the forum, like bar none. And wow.
Let's clean ourselves up.
Yeah. Oh, would you look at that?
Sure about
It's
that?
almost like that was deliberately designed to be too small to live in.
See?
Mm-hmm.
What did I tell you?
Professional.
Oh, damn.
This is why I love you.
You can send roses to my dead drop in Prague. Now that you've made it to
So
Taipei, what are your plans?
Improvise.
I sort of figured out.
All right.
I'll put an ear to the ground and see what I can find out.
My general philosophy in life is I am not prepared for this, but I'm gonna wing it anyway.
Yeah, that's a name we know.
Oh yeah, I forgot he was in Taipei. Oh, what's the name of his friend? Han?
Wei?
Wei, that's it.
Yeah.
So I had Wei in the human pyramid. This being after
We'll definitely be looking forward to him next week.
Oh, we're gonna be egging him on every opportunity.
Yeah, we're just gonna be getting him on our good side.
I also want to try and read the longest run-on sentence in the human race and the history of humanity.
Oh yeah, that fucking email. Oh, that was a treasure.
I want to try and do that in one go. Not one breath, obviously, because I'm not like one of those deep sea divers that can hold their breath for like 15 minutes.
So that's it. We made it through Saudi Arabia. We are now in Taipei. We are now in the real game of Alpha Protocol.
Yep. And despite the opening of it only taking like 2.5-3 hours, the rest of the game is so fucking long you would not believe it.
Yeah, I mean it's not horribly long compared to other RPGs, that's for sure.
Oh no, but I was expecting it to be like 15 hours, and I think I got about twice that out of the game.
I think my average was somewhere around like 20-ish. I think it was, but I think that might be colored by like repeat playthroughs and just knowing what to do.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure my first and only playthrough of it was somewhere in the 30-hour region, but I was mining it for everything I could possibly do.
Yeah. Oh man, but that was good, and yeah, OBS actually behaved this time. Turns out, just clean reinstall and avoiding any external plugins that I had to download, I guess, kind of made it stable. Who knows?
Yeah, it's Discord that was fucking up left and right, and that's honestly surprising.
Yeah. And with this being a YouTube stream instead means I don't have to worry about like uploading a local file to the YouTube channel afterwards for an archive because this shit will already be there.
God bless instant VODs.
Oh yeah. That's nice. So we'll be back for this next week.
Yep.
Yeah, this was a fun time to say the least.
Yeah.
I've kind of missed streaming to an extent. Probably not wanting necessarily that I wanted to like do the sort of regular streaming like I was doing for the past couple of years, but this has been like a nice thing to kind of get back into as like kind of an in-between projects type of thing, after the last LP we did, and the fact that I'm like, once this playthrough is done, because like when I started recording for like the Hi-Fi Rush LP, it's like I know that this is still gonna only be a couple months out when it goes live, because I do not want to push back this Alpha Protocol thing any farther.
Yeah.
But thanks for joining on the start of this journey as world-renowned sociopath, Michael Thornton.
Vengeance and lying, my two favorite things.
It's a wonderful, wonderful thing. All right, turning this off. No end screen for this either. Fuck it. This is the most bare bones stream you're ever gonna see me do. Later.
The end. No moral.